across the ruined battlefield.
Okay, so heal him.
Although I think you...
And then raid the things and check for them for bio.
My token is fully maxed out, though.
We can fix that.
I thought we did heal you. I thought we healed you, but
I did afterwards. Like I took.
Do you remember how much you healed with the envoy?
I was maxed out, but my resolve points were not maxed out.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Like I think I was at 3 or 4. I don't remember which one.
All right, we'll give the benefit of the doubt and we'll go with 4.
Actually, I think I was at 3.
Okay.
I'll check it. Just being honest, jeez.
Yes, DM. If anybody's looking to lay hands, I need some healing.
Chocolate. Should I go ahead and work on the dude first since he's kind of low?
His blue blood is spilling out onto the floor. Into the blood.
Way to really take care of your teammates there.
You're still kicking.
I feel like we did do that.
I thought we did heal him too, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll heal him.
That's all right.
You did do a single first aid check. I remember that. Okay. So he got those hit points. That's why he's up to 10.
There you go again.
Nurse Newell, please report to around the corner.
It's Nurse Ryder who's going at it.
Oh, ooh, hey. Look at him go at it.
Get that blood flowing.
Nurse Ryder, please quit riding the patient. We all know how he got his name.
Ryder? Nope, just shaking hands.
Is that Nurse Ryder?
Down the wheel straddling the poor guy. Get off him so he can bear. What is that? Oh, hey-o.
So what were you expecting him to catch Hoyfeq doing? What were you trying to have him scout Hoyfeq for?
Information, if nothing else. I was hoping that that Hoyfeq would find a way to resolve the issue with Zavra.
And what did you see Hoyfeq doing?
I saw him do nothing. Nothing of importance, at least. He went to the door on several occasions, pleaded with Zavra to open the door, made demands, but Zavra is refusing to listen. He's keeping the temple found sealed up, but he's not allowing anyone in, not even Hoyfeq. I think the chief has grown weak. I think Zavra is really in control now. Tizael nods and says, I feared that is what would be happening. Zavra will be much more difficult to deal with once he realizes he has taken the reins of power.
So if Hoyfeq gets the feeling that he's lost control, maybe that would be incentive for him to rejoin with you guys.
Perhaps I had not thought of that, but that might be a good way to persuade him to unify our people.
Yeah, I'm kind of smart like that.
Are we able to talk to him though, or are they all locked up in the temple?
No, Hoyfeq and most of the rest of the tribe are outside of the temple. Zavra only took a few of his hunters with him when he took control.
So maybe if we could get Ryder over there to put some of his smooth talk into use, we could get Hoyfeq and his guys to join up with you, and together we might have what it takes to get into the temple.
But do we all just go walking in there, or do we try and send like an emissary and do emissary?
Ryder is. He's an emissary.
Right. That's what I'm saying is, do we need to send him and a couple of people ahead to go talk to them?
It's not a bad idea.
Why don't we just all head over to Hoyfeq?
I'm just worried he'll see us with our friends here and not let us open our mouth.
So you're saying Hoyfeq and this Quiche, what?
Quiche? I like quiche.
Kish
lady aren't getting along.
Tizael. Yes. Yeah, that is. She insisted that Hoyfeq be strong enough to force Zavra to reopen the temple found. Hoyfeq was unable to convince Zavra to do so. Tizael continued to insist. So he did the one thing he could do. In shame, he threw her out of the tribe because he didn't have the strength to do what he really should have done, and that's force Zavra to open the temple again.
Mm-hmm. So we need to go.
Or at least that's what Tizael believes.
We need to go to the temple and just kick the crap out of Zaza.
That's your plan?
You're really not.
Just the fates of the group? That's your plan?
When people go to temple, leave no temple to go to.
That's a horrible plan.
All right, fine. We'll go talk
That's
to.
not even 12% of a plan.
We'll go talk to Hoyfeq. Tell him that he's a big badass. If he could just unify the tribe. Otherwise, he's a pansy. Those are good
So let me get this straight.
negotiating words, right?
We're gonna go stroke the guy's ego, and then if he denies us,
I am so glad you said ego.
me too.
Well, after nurse.
Yeah, sorry, the smooth talking won't happen until I've had some drinks where I should go pour something.
We skipped to the tequila tonight.
Not anymore.
So Tizael says, "What a moment, and we can continue on our way." She takes her hands and she lays them on top of Kiram's chest, and you hear her start mumbling words in prayers to their deity. And after a few moments, her hands start to glow, and you see some of the wounds on Kiram's body start to seal up and close.
Oh, she's a mystic.
Oh, what are you up to? Teach me.
It seems like it'd come in handy.
You want to lay your hands on me again?
No, mate of my soul, I will save that until later.
Jeez, kid, try not to look so desperate.
Here,
I got wounds, man.
you want me to do a healing thing on you too?
Me? Yeah, please.
It's like, allow me.
I'm desperate. I don't care whose hands touch me. Well, I take that back.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nuil. I think Ryder's got the gentle touch.
He does.
He's been applying ointment to everybody. His hands are kind of soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it takes his time.
I lotion
Talks to me.
Wesley wants a man with a slow hand.
I want a rider with an easy touch.
And we just lost the last of our.
Sorry, what does a healing do? I get to spend a resolve or something, or how much you?
You can do resolve whenever you want.
Yeah, but I
so
want somebody to heal me for free.
any healing you get goes straight to your hit points. Do you have hit point damage in your character?
Yeah, I'm like down to half.
Okay, so yeah, so it would take some real healing. Did you get a first aid check by chance? So if not, you could always start with a first aid check and get some healing there first, and then see where you need to do from there.
Like first aid check myself.
Or if you want to ask Ryder or Newell to be nice and do it for you.
Oh, well, they did a medicine check. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, medicine check to
Okay,
do first
yeah,
aid.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ryder got 20, and Will
Okay.
got a paltry 14 because she preoccupied with somebody else.
So it heals your level in hit points.
Will botched a skill check? That's got to be a first.
Sorry.
Mike didn't update the scripts.
Yeah, really. Must be a bug in the code.
Glitch in the matrix.
You know what I hate are bugs in the Vaseline.
But
Flies in the Vaseline.
All right, so thank you, Ryder. I appreciate what you've done for me in more ways than one.
Do you need any more healing? Or
Yeah, I'm like 30 out of 48, so I'm 18 points down.
okay. So at this point, it would require some kind of other than rest, some kind of
I
mystical.
was gonna say maybe we should rest because I think I'm pretty low on spells and everything, and we could, if we're
is this time sensitive at this point, or other than the fact that we're trying to track down
yeah, the people that
stellar generator before the bad guys do?
Yeah, I think we need to move on.
okay, but there's just the four of us. We have no
Oh, I see what's going on. We're stalling.
Serious. Some serious
I'm
stalking.
sorry.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant we should be healthy if it's going to be the 4 of us.
I didn't pick up on that. We're
See,
stalling for a tank to show up.
character feels the need to press on.
Yes.
We don't need a tank. We got Timex here.
Seriously, we've got 5.
Dax.
Timex. Yeah.
So where would Hoyfeq be?
She said, "Well, if he's, we should either be able to find him outside the Temple Found if he's trying to get Zaver to open it, or if he's not there, he's probably retreated up to Hearth."
All right. Well, let's see if he's outside the temple, and if not, we'll decide whether or not we need to go up to Hearth, wherever that is.
She nods. Says, "I think that'd be a wise course of action."
Lead the way, doll.
So you travel another block
Wise.
up the road, and you find yourself where you see the star there, and you're standing before the somewhat ruined but mostly intact and rather majestic-looking Temple Found. Even knowing that the temple or the foundry was built thousands and thousands of years ago, the facility is actually, even from the outside, is quite impressive, even for this day and age. There's a front what looks like an office section with you see a large. There's no windows or anything to it, but you see a large set of metal double doors that ends right where the road goes to the front of the building there, and those are completely sealed. Standing a healthy distance away from them, about halfway back towards you, you see a pair of Kish warriors sitting there, and they don't seem to be watching the road, but they do seem to be keeping an eye on the temple itself. Aside from those two, you don't see anyone else at all.
Can I send Carrie around that Temple Found and look, on the top of the building and stuff? Send it down south, away from.
Do a flyover.
Yeah, do a flyover, but try to get a little far away so that it doesn't draw attention.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give
to
me
the
a
garden.
perception check.
Okay.
You need to put
And give me a. Are you trying to keep Canary unnoticed as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a stealth check first, and we'll see if you succeed at that part, and then we'll do the
Nope.
perception check. All right. So the metal beast goes zooming off the air.
You need to install a voice modulator on it so you could do fake tweet sounds.
Yep. Looking good. Do I see anything that stands out on the roof, such as access points,
All right, now
roof hatches, things
Hey,
like
Wesley, you
Yeah.
might need to adjust the fan blades on that thing. I can still hear it, and it's on the other side of the building.
that? Yeah, I had to use some spare parts since that giant ass beast destroyed them. So
yeah, we may want to find a new icon for Canary, because at this point, Canary's kind of like a Frankenstein hodgepodge of repair parts and
I
whatnot.
know. His marker face is all smeared. It kind of looks like the what is that? The weird smiley face that Apple came out with, the drunk face or whatever it is. It looks more like that on the front.
Canary
So-
version 3.0.
Yeah, I
across
gotta wait
the
until we have more time.
across the top. I mean, this is your pretty typical. Or it is Kishiline in design, but you do see a couple ports on the top of the building that actually do resemble some kind of air duct type system.
Ooh.
So I see an air duct. I got the grappler on Timex. We could always try to work ourselves around and get on top of the roof. Maybe we can access it from there.
You could, at this point, Canary has drawn the attention of the two guards who were standing watch over the temple.
Go figure.
Sorry, guys.
One
I
of them,
smashed the home button
Hear
on.
you over the blades of the fan.
I call
one of them,
Canary home at that point. So
all right. So Canary comes back.
docks
and-
to Timex and
I'm assuming that I do not have tongues anymore at this point because it's been a while. So this is all you.
Oh, great.
As the sun is waning and starting to go down actually, no, it's not. I'm taking into account the long days here, so it's probably late afternoon. You at this point you have noticed that the sun is tracking slower across the sky than you're used to. So you're probably going on about at this point like just under 20 hours or so, and the sun has not gone down.
Oh, maybe we do need to rest.
It's still noon.
Am I getting bags under my eyes? I can't work with bags under my eyes.
So
Yeah,
you've
you're looking
already
a little puffy.
guard, so we're not taking a nap at this point.
Well, talk to them. You speak their language.
So one of them comes.
Tizel can't she talk to him? I mean,
Tizel is with Tizel is with you definitely.
Oh.
One of the warriors kind of takes a few steps forward. You know, he seems the overwhelming numbers, but he brings his battle bow out and kind of notches an arrow and says, "Tizel," and obviously Noel's the only one who understands. "Tizel, is that you?"
I will translate for the rest of you.
Tizel nods and says, "Yes, I've come to speak with Hoyfeq." And the warrior says, "Hoyfeq is not here, and you are not welcome in Hearth. Go back to the cloud side and where you belong. You are no longer part of the tribe." Tizel says, "This is foolishness. We shouldn't be this shouldn't be a reason to divide the people." I said, "Well, that'll only bring ruin to all of us. We are a commune. We live together in balance." The warrior kind of pulls up his bow a little bit and kind of pulls the arrow back just a little bit, and he says, "Hoyfeq has commanded. If you come any closer, Tizel, I will be forced to kill you."
But we have just arrived on your floating rock, and
Now he's finally looking at you. And Tizel, you brought the demons with you.
no. The demons that came before, we have come and we are tracking them and we are hunting them. We don't look anything like them, remember?
Well, he
Look,
does.
Forearms.
He does, as I point to
Shut up.
Cypher.
Understand what they're saying anyway.
Ixnay on the Eamon's Day.
The demons speak our tongue. Tizel, what have you done? Brought them back. We will not let them desecrate the temple found again.
We're not demons. I come from a planet where the Maltar came, and they create. I don't know what the word is. They
Lost in translation.
helped my people. Yes, lost.
is there a word for?
Clearly, it's been a long day. See, 20 hours of not sleeping. This is what happens.
The
Is there
demons
a word
spoke
for
lies,
test
and you
tube?
continue to speak lies. We will not trust you. You look just like the other ones.
Get me out here.
I don't understand what's going on.
I have translated.
You're talking to them and us. You're
Yes,
speaking
I
in
am.
tongues.
I am. I'm telling you what they're saying. and
No wonder
I'm
why they
talking to
don't
them.
trust you.
Yeah.
Just tell them we come in peace.
I already did that.
We come in peace, or they go in pieces.
Give me a diplomacy check.
You got this. Come on.
And this will be a difficult one.
Oh man, you
We're
didn't
so
sweet talk very well.
screwed. Yeah.
Hey,
You
we
should
need a diversion,
You should
just
have cast
like
telepathy.
this one.
I don't know if I have that spell anymore. I think it's too high. I think I'm all out of those. There it is. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh my God, you're a 1.
Yeah.
Hey, you're better than me. I'm a -7.
That explains.
Hey, he didn't do very well.
And that may be your saving grace. He kind of backs off just a little bit and lowers the bow
Who do
down
I
so he's
pick
not
to see?
aiming it so threatening at the rest of you. And he says, I'm not sure I should trust you, but today I will not bring violence upon you this day. But I cannot let you approach the temple found. If you wish to speak with Hoyfeq, you must go to Hearth.
What do you say?
We have to go talk to Hoyfeq. He's not going to attack us at this moment, but we're getting by the skin of our teeth.
You know, I almost repeated myself.
So we have to go talk to Hoyfeq? Perfect. Let's go.
Can we sleep first?
Tizel kind of takes a deep breath and says, I think we must talk with Hoyfeq, but I don't think will be very easy.
Okay.
Tizel, we got this. We got this.
Seriously, maybe we should go camp out and take a little rest.
I mean, we're in a city. Isn't there like a hotel or something?
There's this big green area. Hey,
Isn't that where all the monsters are?
Tazeo, is there a safe place that we could sleep for a bit? Take a little rest?
Well, we are far from Cloudside. We are much closer to the Hearth if you wish to go there. If you want to rest before meeting with the chieftain, we may be able to find safe haven near here.
We'll be fine.
You're just trying to kill people.
I'm not trying to kill people.
Liar.
I mean, I'm trying to get to the temple where hopefully we will get to kill people.
All right, so if you're going to look for, the day is waning. Obviously, it's longer than normal, like I said. But if you want to look for shelter to try and get some rest yourselves, go ahead and give me a survival check to look for a safe haven.
Everybody, or just the people that are actively looking?
Just the people who are actively looking. If the whole group wants to look, that's fine. We can do a group check.
Yeah, I'm terrible at survival.
I was like, is survival a thing? I thought that was 5e.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's a thing.
I got a 0 on it.
Oh, yeah, me too. Awesome.
I thought we had her with us. Wouldn't she know this place? I got a 2.
Stop.
Is there like a hostel or something? You know?
Yeah, the whole place is hostile.
Well, if we can't find... Oh, wait. Hold on. I got something.
Cypher got 25.
What did I take? Didn't I take some candy or something that would boost our...
From a baby?
Yeah, you got that candy that opens up into a cabin.
No, it boosts our... Doesn't it do something? Shut up. I hate you.
Wonka's...
Magnificent M&Ms.
Yeah, I was going to say Wonka's hidden abode. What is this?
I don't remember. Where's the thing?
I don't know what you're looking for.
I think she's talking about the candy that to enhance a skill check.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't have to because Cypher did a 25. He jacked into Google Maps and found a 5-star hotel.
Space maps.
Cypher saved us. Maybe.
So while you're rummaging around trying to find the right candy in your null space generator, Cypher manages to find a little nook. Like it looked like it used to be an old apartment underneath one of the some kind of residence here, but it was an apartment that was built in like the basement type unit. And for the most part, the structure seems to have held up. And it, you find just a couple limited entrances. There's a door and there's a single window to it, which you think can be easily boarded up temporarily, and you think you can.
Are we being followed at all? Kind of like to perceive that.
Good question. Go ahead and roll that. If anyone would like to rig up some defenses for your abode for the night.
Yeah, I've got that laser thing.
Lasers.
The laser arc trap.
What
you
skill
do.
is it if we want to rig up some...
Could we engineer like maybe some of our grenades on some tripwires or something to, if somebody comes in the entrances, we can.
Or, I could just put Timex in sentry mode.
Danger. Starcraft.
Exactly.
So you do. So yeah, as you're making your way and you're starting to set up this abode, and yeah, you could do whatever options you wanted. So you can do sentry mode. You can set up your laser trap on the door. You can just try and engineer something like Bill suggested. Any of those are viable options. And there you go.
Yeah.
Newell's back.
Wicked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Well, we got the thing running right again.
She set up a Home Alone booby traps. The paint buckets on stairs.
This is what happens when she gets hyper focused and fixated on the fact that she couldn't find her candies. She's over there taking her frustration by creating things. Damn candies!
They're here somewhere.
I put them somewhere. Freaking.
As you're approaching, Michael, so you realize, well, maybe we should keep an eye out behind us to see what's going on. And at a decent distance of several hundred yards back, you actually see one of the warriors that you saw at the Temple Found is following you.
Okay. I discreetly let everybody know that.
Let's kill him.
All of a sudden, we all break off and... Wait, where did he go?
Hail, fair warrior. Care to join us for a night's rest?
You look trustworthy. Join us for a cup of soup.
You're really bad at tailing people, kid.
With the where you saw him, he kind of ducks down and disappears behind a rock. And you're pretty sure he hasn't gone anywhere. He's still behind the rock, but you can't see him now. He doesn't seem
I
to be.
can't see you hiding behind a rock.
Can Tim X use his jump jets and then like blast up and at the apex? I'm gonna speak through Tim X and go, "Peekaboo." Fire off like a warning shot, above his head. I totally want to do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, let's not start something.
you do that, and yeah, the bullet hits the shot hits the ground right next to the warrior, and you see him scramble away from the rock and then go running back towards the temple found.
You
Yeah,
totally.
That's what I thought.
We're gonna wake up in the middle of the night with an army surrounding us.
I guess we better find a different neighborhood, huh? Sorry.
I just got the paint can set up.
Yo, we could just make our way to Hearth.
What if they're not friendly?
Well, I don't think they're friendly around here either.
So Tazale settles in with you, Kirim. And she takes the time to get Kirim settled in and see to his wounds, check his bandages and whatnot, and trains the dressings as needed, and then settles down with the rest of you. She pulls out a pouch with like this small. She unwraps what looks like this bundle of dried meats and whatnot, and she hands it out to you, along with some of the strips she had taken from the snake, from the Vault of Tales, the Maze of Ghosts, and she starts a small fire and then starts cooking the meat over the fire.
Oh, can we add some of our rations to her pile if she's gonna
Yeah. You pull out some of your
share
awesome
around?
Star Trail rations.
Yeah,
It's like,
I got a lot of them.
those gray blocks look tasty.
She's gonna give us some of the snake. We should give her some.
Field ration. I don't want to use all 12. Sorry. We feast.
We feast, then we go to Hearth.
I'll spend 2 of my rations and chip in there.
Okay. So between the collective of the rations and the meat that she's providing and the dried meats, you have a nice little protein-filled, high calorie from the rations meal. And Tazale says, I really want to thank you for what you're doing here. Especially, I don't know much about you and your people and where you come from, but you seem so willing to help us. I know you're searching for something yourselves, so this tit for tat, I guess, would be the way to think of it. Although I guess being a Kish, she wouldn't say tit for tat because that's a very human expression. She says the Kish equivalent of tit for tat.
What is that?
I
Uh,
transfer
That'd be
Vish
kit for cat.
Adivir.
snake for dinner.
It was rock for stone. You know?
What was the
Can
bird?
Can any of us even converse with her other than Newell?
Just her.
No. In the morning, you can.
So she does notice the difficulty in communication, and she kneels for a bit and puts her chitinous hands together and prays for a bit, and then walks up and touches each of you on the forehead. You see the symbol of her goddess that you saw painted on the outside of Cloudside appear and glow on your forehead for a little bit, and suddenly you find you can all understand her.
Yay! That was amazing. Thank you.
And she didn't do that earlier because.
All must prove their worth to the ancestors.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
all right.
She said,
Guess
"My
we
spell
better
will
watch
not. My spell will only last for a day or so here."
A day. Wow.
Well,
Oh, I'm gonna
in
need
that
to do
case,
that for her.
So we understand her. Does she understand us now?
Yes, yeah. The communication is mutual.
Can any of your people understand us, or just you?
She goes, "No. The gifts of the goddess will provide that you can communicate with any of my people. This is not a spell that I was familiar with before, but after the demons appeared, the goddess revealed it to me. I didn't understand why she would give me such an ability, all of our people speak the same language, but I think she foresaw that you were coming, and that is why she gifted it. Gifted it.
Who
Yeah.
is it, goddess of yours?
I'm sure we are her emissaries here.
Well, should we go back and talk to those guards?
I thought Newell did a fantastic job with them, at least from what I understood in the translation.
Okay.
I don't think we got anywhere.
What do you mean? They directed us right to their home.
You do remember, although it's been a couple sessions, that they worship Talavet here, who is a goddess that you actually recognize.
Talavet?
As
Well, she's a goddess who's actually worshipped in the Galarian system as well.
do we know like what her traits are?
Storyteller, wise woman. In some of the more advanced society, she does take a part in the collection of knowledge, and I believe she is actually part of the triumvirate of deities. Oh no, she is not. So she's separate.
And it was
Patron of travelers and diplomacy and strength of the community.
So they worship a social working librarian?
So she tells you a little bit of Talavet. It's very similar to the myths and what you know from your culture, but you can tell over time that it's the worship has morphed a bit, especially as they became more isolated over through the thousands of years, and the worship of the goddess has been very much tailored to their existence here. And she's also come to represent the balance of their life here in Istebek. She says, "Yes, in the morning I will take you to Hearth, and we will meet with Hoyfeq."
Are
As
your
I-
nights
Like,
as long as
post
your
watch
day?
for the evening, or are we just going to trust Timex and the paint can?
So we're gonna sleep, and it's still gonna be nighttime, and
Right, but who's going to watch us while we sleep?
All right, so you have 32 watches through the night. I need you to start
Yeah.
making checks.
32 watches.
So yeah, you could just rest for the 8 hours or so. You don't have to wait till morning comes. But when you set out again, it will be dark out in Istebek.
All right.
is she used to sleeping through the night, or is she used to?
Yeah, like do they sleep for 32 hours?
She tells you no. We do not sleep for that long. We rest as long as we need, and then we continue. She goes, I've oft wondered about this development because we do not. I asked the ancestors about it because we do not live in the same cycle as the planet itself. I sometimes wonder if we actually came from here, or if our ancestors journeyed from some far off land.
What did the ancestors tell you?
As with all things, the ancestors were cryptic, and they spoke more about the building of this great place and less about where we came from. They called something about the Kishaline, which is very similar to the name of my people, but I do not understand our relationship. There's a place not too far from here. Perhaps once we've dealt with this, I will take you there. It's called the Dreaming Pool. It's quite interesting. It's one of the main reservoirs of water for my people, and we have legends among our people that if you bathe in the water and relax there, that you can see visions of your future. You go off to a place where dreams are manifests. And
You bathed in your water source? That's not really sanitary.
Maybe they take the water and put them on them. Come on. Oh, go to bed.
she goes, I'm not familiar with this word sanitary.
Apparently, you bathe in your water source.
Perhaps that is the one thing that has kept my people behind all these years. We could be venturing among the stars like the rest of you.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
So as you're resting, is there anything else you guys want to accomplish?
No, so we spend resolve points.
You actually get half your resolve back.
Oh, okay. And we just heal up fully.
No, you gain a number of hit points equal to, I believe it's your level.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Steven. We don't get that much hit point damage.
No.
I'm looking it up right now, real quick.
So on a long rest, we recoup all of our stamina points, but only get 7 hit points back.
Yes, you each night a full rest, so 8 hours, you get 1 hit point per character level. So yes, you'll heal 7 hit points. If you happen to do complete bed rest for 24 hours, you recover 2 hit points per character level. All right, so the next morning, or not, so later, so the night has fallen, so it is dark over the city of Istamek.
So 8 hours later.
8 hours later, it only takes you, it's about less than an hour or so, maybe a little over an hour. And you find yourself approaching what is immediately evident to you, Newell. It looks like this used to be some kind of chemical manufacturing facility in the past. But looks like it has been heavily modified and converted. So above these tall silos and all these buildings and whatnot, you see what look like constructed like walkways, and they've converted a lot of it into housing and whatnot.
About how many people live here?
Tazale says there are several hundred of us.
So there's several hundred of you. How many people are locked up in the temple?
I believe only Zavra and his hunters who he took with him. I cannot tell you exactly how many of them there are.
How many of you did Hoyfeq exile?
There are about 30 or 40 of us.
So they got that many numbers and they can't take the temple back?
The ancestors have not seen fit to open the doors to us. And we do not have means to force our way in.
All right,
Maybe
we should
we
probably
can
go.
help.
Let's go talk to Hoyfeq.
We're walking.
We're walking.
We're walking.
So if we get the doors open, you can take the temple back.
She goes, I would not say that. Zavra took the greatest of the hunters. The hunters are the greatest of our warriors. She goes,
Yeah. But
Would Hoyfeq help us?
number them like 20 to 1.
Yeah, but if they're like kids, you can't expect like little kids to do something.
Everything is balanced here. If too many of our people are lost trying to retake the temple, it'll mean doom for all of us. We would not have the people we need to sustain ourselves. She points to kind of the leftover here around the hearth, and you kind of realize they're more cultivated than you realize, and this has actually been turned into farmland for the food that they gather and whatnot. So if too many people are born, then we will not survive. If too many of our people die, we will not survive.
So if you got all the food out here, how's I keep forgetting the name of the person in the temple.
Zavra?
Zavra. If you got all the food out here, how's Zavra and her people surviving inside the temple?
Him.
She goes, I don't know the answer to that question.
You could just like wait them out. Wait till they get hungry and open the door.
Well, what if he chooses not to open the door and he allows he and his men to starve inside? Then we'll never be able to go inside. Nothing like this has ever happened before. I kind of imagine this must have come over him. There's no way to know what he'll do, if he'll open the doors at all.
Let's go talk to Hoyfeq and then see if he would be willing to help us. And if not, we'll figure out something when we get to the temple.
Weren't we at the temple?
No, we walked by the temple. Remember, that's where the 2 guards were?
Yeah, and they told us to pound sand and go talk to Hoyfeq.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Hoyfeq. So if that doesn't work out, then we'll go back and deal with it then.
So as you approach the entrance to Hearth, you see 6 barely hidden warriors come popping up out of the foliage around the edge of the road. One of them raises his hands and says, Tazale, you are not welcome here. Turn back. Please do not force the issue. Hoyfeq will not meet with you again.
She was just guiding us here. We're here to talk to Hoyfeq.
We're here to talk to Hoyfeq on important business, and she's with us. I would really appreciate it if you would let us talk to Hoyfeq, because we've got some important information for him.
It's amazing how much they start talking to her and they don't notice the demons standing around them. And you brought the demons with you.
Look, 4 arms, not the demons.
You've convinced me.
Just because we don't look like you, it's racist.
We're racist alien creatures. You're the superior race because we made you that way. Lamerta above all.
Lamerta FDW.
Go, Tizel. You're not welcome here.
Seriously, she needs to come with us, and we need to see Hoyfeq immediately. If you won't let us in, then bring Hoyfeq out here. This is important. This is about the future of your people.
Why should I listen to demons?
Because
I rolled a killer diplomacy check.
Did you? I saw no diplomacy check.
Are
I'm
you-
waiting for said killer diplomacy check.
are you in a position that you feel comfortable with the temple being closed to you, possibly for forever? We're here to help you. Let us talk to Hoyfeq.
Good diplomacy check.
Cool.
He kind of turns back to one of his compatriots, and they lean in together, and they're whispering, but you can't make out what they're saying.
That was a pretty good diplomacy check.
They turn back, and one of them marks and waves back off towards Hearth, and he says, "We will go to see if Hoyfeq wishes to speak with you, but I will not let you enter our home." And he motions the rest of you. You go back and wait along the road. I don't like you being this close to our home.
Okay. Okay.
So, Tizael, while they're going to fetch Hoyfeq, do you trust Hoyfeq? Is he a good leader?
He has been a good leader. He's been chieftain most of my life. But we need someone who's strong.
So everyone makes mistakes. Can he be this leader?
I would like to think so. But if Zavra is the stronger one, then it will be he.
Would you prefer Zavra?
The Hoyfeq has always been more reasonable. Zavra he's a hunt master. He thinks like a warrior and acts like a warrior. Of course, Hoyfeq was a hunter as well, but he was much wiser.
Can
Okay.
you think of anything else that would help us convince Hoyfeq before we talk to him to help us get in there?
Honestly, I can't think of anything. I used everything I could think of, and you saw what happened to me. We are outcast now. We are not welcome here in Hearth.
Do
And I
all
am
of
his people.
do all of your people worship Talavet?
Yes, the goddess watches over us.
And can you tell us anything else about the group, the demons that they call them, about what they did, and just anything that would help us separate ourselves from them?
She goes, well, your appearance immediately is different than them. As I mentioned before, even their armor was angry, and it was covered with the detritus of their people and whatnot. Body parts, blood, spikes all over and whatnot. They marred and disfigured their faces.
Is there a symbol of Talavet or anything?
Yeah, you even saw it when you went to Cloudside. It was even painted on the wall.
When we went where?
When we went to Cloudside, where
Cloudside.
she lives.
Okay.
She goes, I can only wish you luck and pray to Talavet that you'll find the right words to convince Hoyfeq to help.
Well, maybe she sent us. The Cult of the Devourer is awful.
I'm not
Good.
familiar with the Cult of the Devourer,
That's who the demons worship.
and I assume this Devourer is not beneficial like Talavet.
Bad news. Bad news.
They want the death and the destruction of everything.
Well, they definitely cause chaos and sow discord here, that's for sure. Right about this time, you see the messenger come walking back, and you see an elderly-looking Kish. Let me pull up a picture for you.
Wow.
All right, get your diplomacy
Looks
on.
beastly.
I'm
He
not
comes.
seeing.
You don't see that?
Ah, okay.
Comes
Okay.
walking towards you. He's got a bit of a limp to him. Even at this distance, as he comes closer, you can see the scars on his body and the worn marks on his armor. The armor he's wearing is more extravagant than some of the others that you saw, but it's also seen quite a bit of battle itself. He carries an enormous, long shafted battle axe that you see there, and a rather complicated-looking Kish battle bow on his back. He comes walking up, and he stops, maybe 50 yards or so away from you. And he said, "Tazel, you are outcast. You are not welcome here. Why would you violate my orders in return?" Tazel stands up proudly and raises her chin and looks at him and says, "Because I have brought some who wish to speak with you, who wish to help us with our problem with the temple found. You are not able to reopen the doors, so perhaps they can convince Savra to open?" Hoyfeq says, "That is my problem to deal with, and I told you to stay out of matters that didn't concern you."
Hoyfeq, if I may. Does he even look in my direction at this point?
He does. And he stops and he looks at Tazel and he says, "You taught the demons our tongue?"
No. Your great goddess, in all her wisdom, Talavet, has given us the gift of your tongue.
Sure.
Let me tell you a story. There was a disciple of Talavet who came and spoke to us. Talavet is also worshipped in our land as well. This great disciple, in all the wisdom of your goddess, told us of a story of a people who journeyed across the stars and have lost their way. We traveled far to come here because you are that lost people. We even visited your museum and spoke with your creators. And they've told us about this great wrong that was done to you in this temple, that they stole something from you that was very near and dear. But what's worse about all this is that we were also told that this people, you, have become lost, that the only way for you to survive and to be strong is to unite under one leader. That leader could be you, Hoyfeq, if you just help us right this wrong that's been done to your people. With your blessing, we would like to go and try and open the temple and try and alleviate and even recover what might have been taken from you. But we need your blessing in this.
What makes you think I don't control the temple now? I am the one leader.
You're not in there.
I have told Zavra to hold the door shut in case the demon return.
Yeah, we ain't buying that bullshit.
Those demons took something that can destroy stars,
We would like to help you.
like your son. And if we don't stop them, they're going to start destroying more stars.
Only the goddess Talavet possesses such power. I'm not listening to foolish tales like this.
That's not what the people they said in the holograms. What were they? What are they called?
The creators?
No, they were she called them something else.
The ancestors?
Ancestors.
Yeah, the
That's not what the
ancestors.
ancestors said if you want to go talk to them.
It is
That
not my place to speak with the ancestors. That is the role of the mystics. I'm
Well,
a
The
hunter.
mystics come with us.
The ancestor spoke to us.
He stops. He kind of paces a little bit, and he looks at Tazel, and he says, "You do realize you've further disgraced yourself by bringing these outsiders to the Vault of Tales."
We're not
Hoyfeq,
the outsiders. The
Hoyfeq.
Malthar created me. You are like brothers to me.
Hoyfeq, your goddess is the goddess of wisdom. Heed her wisdom now and trust us. We can help you unite your people and take back the temple. We are not doing this by force. We are looking for your blessing before we proceed.
All right, give me a diplomacy check at this point. Boom.
Those are sincere.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give you. I'll give you the real slow cap.
Slow.
Job well done.
Wesley's back there,
course.
eyes tearing up. It's just beautiful words, writer.
I mean, it's not as good as the essay, but it'll do.
Hoyfeq seems to consider your words for a moment, and he looks back at you and says, I have grown weak. I would like to help you, but Zavra controls the temple found, and he will not obey me. I've told him to open the doors, and he has refused to do so.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, don't get sassy.
That's okay. We're here to help in that front.
I think I can help you as well. If your goal is to truly reunite our people under one, I can provide information that might help you open the doors. And he moves towards you and says, motions for his guards to stay back, and he walks up to you. And he says, Tizael, I've grown old and weak, but there is a secret that is passed down from chieftain to chieftain. I wish to pass it to you now, and to those who you, I believe, are sincere that they may wish to help us. But in doing so, I will be giving up chief, and you will become the leader of our people.
The secret is up, down, down. Left, right.
Our ancestors were always wise, and the truth has been passed down from the chieftains that if ever something like this should happen, there is a way to open the temple found, even if those inside refuse to open the way. But I am not strong enough to make the journey to retrieve the knowledge, the magical words that will open up the doors.
Tell me it's up, down, down.
Let me guess. We're strong enough to go get the words.
I believe you might be. If you go to the Broken Lands, there is a place there where the ancestors stored knowledge of how to open the door.
The Broken Lands. Why is it never like the Happy Lands? Why is it never the Candy Lands?
It's
The beautiful
power
gardens.
thing.
The spa.
It's the power thing.
Why is it never the lands of rainbows and puppies?
Chutes and ladders.
So if you pull up the map,
Because that's when the bears and the unicorns come and get you in the butt.
Wrong campaign. So where are the Broken Lands?
if we pull out the map, can they point?
All right, let me zoom out a bit, and then I will show you exactly where they're pointing to.
Told you, power plant.
Oh yeah, the power plant that exploded.
Exploded.
He said, yes, there used to be a land there, but the building where the ancients stored the knowledge is still there.
Oh, convenient. So, is there a way of getting to these islands, or do we need to go get our ship?
I'm not familiar with what is a ship.
It's a building that can fly.
How we got here?
Did you come in a metal cloud like the other demons?
Yep.
As your ancestors did once upon a time.
I don't know if I believe these tales of the ancestor. I've never heard them passed down, and I am very familiar with the tales of our people.
You've heard of the Maltor.
If you would have journeyed into your what do they call
the
it?
makers. The makers
tails
left
thing,
on those ships.
There were holograms in there, visions of these ships that they used to travel on. We know. We saw them.
I'm still not happy that outsiders were taken in to see our ancestors, but I'll trust you. Yes, if you have one of the floating clouds, you can easily make the journey over. He actually points to this one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Actually, this one right here.
How do you guys get there?
They don't.
Sometimes some of the young warriors take ropes and whatnot, and they try to prove their worth as to the tribe by journeying across the floating rocks of the Broken Lands.
They have yet to return.
Some of them do. Most of them do not. It's a perilous journey. But those who have, such as Zavra as an example, proven themselves and have become great hunters and warriors for our people. But I don't think your journey will be quite so perilous. If you have one of these floating clouds, you can go straight to the islands where the ancestors keep the information.
Okie doke.
Let's go do it. We'll go do.
Is
We'll
the
go
ship
do
on
it,
remote?
do
Can
it,
we
do it.
just...
Ask Wesley. He remote controls everything.
He could, except as we established, the ship is turned off right now, so there's no way to... But as far as you know, your ship is still there.
That's all right. We've picked up 2 other ships at this point.
I can just edit that out. You know that, right?
Wesley takes his data pad and logs into like
Remote start.
remote start. Shiplock.com. Well, GPS says the ship's still there, so
So it should only take you a couple hours. You can make your way back to the Istamik spaceport, and unless you run into any trouble, or wish to divert to any of the locations along the way, it'll be a couple-hour journey to get back down there.
Wave at the guards as we go by.
We still see you behind that rock. Bye.
Timex fires another shot at him.
Dance.
What was the other place we were? Oh, the House of Renewal I wanted to go to, but that's not really on the way. So
You can parachute down while we go to the.
Long story short, nothing assails you, and you find your way back to your ship.
Whoop whoop.
However, you do not find the Raza in the shape that you left it.
What?
Somebody graffiti the crap out of it.
As you walk up to it, the gangplank is actually down and the ship is open.
oh great. Let's go find out who's on our ship.
Yeah. How is it open?
Crap.
We don't leave the rock.
Wesley, this is
I just
twice
wanna
now
say-
that
I was
somebody's
gonna
not
say-
locked the ship.
I just want to say, we've spent a lot of points on security systems for this ship, and it keeps getting broken into.
Well, you investigate a little bit, and I do have to correct you a little bit because the ship's not been broken into. The ship has been broken out of. While you were gone, it
Your
seems
friend.
Li Xiaoshou managed to somehow free herself from her room. It looks like she rummaged through her gear that you had taken from her, and she has left the ship.
Great.
You know this.
It didn't get very far.
This chica you got here is.
Okay, can we do a quick survey of the ship and see if she took anything else?
Okay,
Well,
give me a perception check.
Believe she took plenty.
Internal
Let's
diagnosis.
find out what she got. Everybody, start percepting.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, what kind of check? I'm gonna run a computers check and make sure she didn't sabotage anything on the ship.
Okay.
What Wesley is so dumbfounded. It's
Come up,
so,
and I'll go percept around the. You should percept.
Oh
So,
my gosh, Newell.
She definitely did not do anything with the ship, as far as you can tell. But you do manage to piece together what happened. So she was locked in her room, and it looked like she managed to find a panel that she could get her fingers into, and managed to pull it open just enough to start pulling some of the electronics behind the panel out. And she managed to jury rig to get her door open. And then from there, you have the video footage of her searching the ship until she finds her gear. And then there's an unfortunate moment. She pulls out her rifle that she'd been carrying with her, and you see she hits a little notch on the butt, and like part of the butt of the, like a hidden compartment on the butt pops out. And on the video, you see like a whole set of vials with greenish fluid. She takes one of the vials, and you see this port opens up on her arm, and she inserts the vial, and you see the liquid disappear into her body. And she kind of slumps down, and you see her body relax on the video. Then she takes the empty vial, throws it to the floor, and then she takes her gear and goes and exits out of the ship and disappears off the camera.
So she didn't actually take anything out of the ship. She just took her stuff.
She took
She's a
her stuff.
junkie.
Although she did
Well, we
steal,
knew she was a junkie. We were trying to dry her out.
she stole your 2 other ships and she flew away with them.
Ah!
That were in tow, apparently.
Is our friend? She's here with us. Could we ask her if they could keep an eye out for, or if they've got any good trackers that they could?
Seriously, did she? She didn't fly away. She's somewhere.
No, there's no other ships. She's here somewhere on Estimec.
But when she left our ship, she didn't take anything with her except for her belongings.
Just her
She's got a
belongings.
rifle, and I mean, she could totally be trouble.
Yep. She can definitely play the demon.
Wesley's over there counting bolts and washers and make sure like nothing's missing.
All right, so we did it before. Can we scan the surface for
Of-
signs of her?
Yeah, you can try. Go ahead and give me a computer check.
Think you can get a 36 again?
Don't jinx me.
Oh, is a 34 better?
There
Um,
you
although you can find plenty of life, honing in on any particular signal that you think could be her is going to be almost impossible.
You got 3 great checks there.
Yep, and
And narrow it down.
you did a great job of establishing that you
Alright.
won't be able to zero in on her.
Okay. Based on the tapes, how long has she been gone?
What about that tracking device that Wesley implanted on her?
She broke out just before the sun had gone down, so she's probably been on the loose for 6 or so hours.
So she could be
Any chance of tracking her?
Do you want to try and track her, or do you want to fly to the Broken Lands?
I think we should see if
Didn't you like embed a little like pill in her to track her?
so
Oh, sorry, but I was just going to say, if we can kind of track her without too much trouble, I think we should find her before she does something stupid and makes us look bad. You know, they're going to think she's one of the demons and she's with us, and that means we're demons. And all the hard work we've done to make a good name for ourselves is going to be undone.
did what's her face come with us? Like she's chief now. Can't they help keep an eye out or look around for her? Or I mean, we can tell her that she's trouble and we're trying to take care of
She
her.
said, I can return to Hearth or to Cloudside, and I can send some of the hunters out to look for her.
Could we fly her over there? Would it be a little quicker?
Yeah, you could do that.
So where would you like us to drop you off? Can we drop you off at Hearth and would you
She said, "Well, first take me to Cloudside. I must talk to the people there, and I will take them and return to Hearth, and then we will send out hunters immediately."
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you fly her over. You drop her off. The people of Cloudside are a little surprised to see a flying cloud coming down, but Tazel comes out of it and then goes. She and Karem go rejoin with their people, and then you guys should have control of your token. So, oh, you can't. They messed up everything, didn't they? All right, now you have control of your token.
All right. So she is going to move her people back over to Hearth and we're headed to the little flying spot. And they're going to look out for
They're gonna look for her. Yeah,
what's her name?
Li Xiaoshou.
Li Xiaoshou.
Li shall show what?
That's racist. She's not even Asian. That's what her name is. Or T&Es as they're called in the setting. So, all right. So you make your way to the Broken Lands.
Wow.
So like is this like totally all destroyed? Is there any chance of turning any kind of power back on for them or
No, you can see like as you look on the edges here, like going into the rest of the island, you see like electrical cabling like from thousands of years hanging out of the rubble and whatnot down. Whatever facility used to sit here that used to provide power to the whole city, it is long gone.
Got it.
We could rig something up. Use the extra warp core that we've got.
So as you get close to the rock,
Honestly.
you fly around it a little bit and you do some recon of the building, and you realize that there's nowhere to actually land. The rods are right on the rock. However, if you want to do a piloting check, you can fly yourself in close enough to safely drop off.
Cypher?
Who's the pilot?
Actually, our pilot is here now, I believe.
Yeah. Cypher?
No, didn't I see Matt?
Yeah, Matt's
Oh,
here.
Yeah. Cypher?
I think Switch has the higher piloting score, but
He does. He just rolls worse than Cypher.
go ahead and give us a piloting check, Matt.
I know it's totally random. I'm just joking.
You're gonna mess him up now. It's good. It's good. You know, it's fine.
And just to prove a point,
Oh, that was mean.
sorry, Matt.
Mhm.
Actually, that means that Cypher has a better check.
Very good. You understand that 25's higher than 22.
No, I mean, you rolled an 8 and he rolled a 10.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's all right. Cypher's the gunner. So it is difficult. The winds are buffeting around here as it's farther off from Istamek and whatnot. But you do manage to just barely bring the vessel close enough for a brief period for the rest of the crew to jump out. But I need everyone to make, because he didn't actually hit the DC, but he was close enough. So I need you guys to make acrobatics checks as you jump out of the Raza.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Wesley, looking like Dominique,
Oh my
drops
God.
out, throws his hands up in the air. Perfect landing.
And then
Superhero land.
Ryder and I.
And 2 botches. Oh my gosh.
Superhero
A
landing.
crit.
Can I use my crit acrobatics to help like catch the wheel as I go or something?
No, unfortunately. So the 2 of you drop looking all dramatic and awesome, and then like right beside you, Ryder and Newell just like hit the ground.
Splat.
Ryder takes 6 points of damage, and Newell takes 1.
Oh,
How do I get 6?
because
So I guess
face.
I just fly the ship around somewhere or something.
No, actually, you can. Now I think about it, you could drop out too. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check because
Oh, have we?
Drops out who's flying the ship.
we have other
Wait,
players
is
who aren't
on
here.
autopilot?
We have other players who aren't here, and their characters are staying in the ship.
Ah,
Okay.
Acrobatics, huh?
so helpful of them.
Yep. If you'd beat the DC, there would have been no check at all. So
Is it acrobatics or athletics?
acrobatics.
Okay.
Now, was I minus 6 hit points or minus 5?
You are minus 5. The second roll was for Newell.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you land without taking any damage. So if you rolled 1 lower on your check, Matt, not only would you have not been able to jump out, but you would accidentally slammed into the rock with the Raza, causing damage to the
nice.
hull. But you rolled 1 high enough not to fail that, but everyone else had to jump out of the ship still.
There we go.
So you drop out. All right, let me move you guys over. Ba-doop. Let me give you some tokens here. So Cypher, Noel,
To get back out.
Ryder, Switch,
Oh.
Wesley, and Timex. Okay, there you go. So you find yourself. So the rock has mostly been overgrown, except for and there's trees and foliage and whatnot, but you're easily able to find a path that leads you to the inside of the rock. Not the inside of the rock, the inside of the foliage and the jungle and whatnot. And you find a rather decrepit-looking old building here that looks like it has like the jungle has started to reclaim it from the outside, and there's like patches of white fungus growing all along it, and white and green fungus growing all along it. But there's a sign that's mostly uncovered enough for you to pick out the name Securitech on the outside.
Securitech?
Yep. Obviously written in Kishiline.
Keep your eyes out for those snakes.
Can I take some samples real quick?
Civilization
Yes.
actually had operations at one point.
Yeah, Newell's. So when the Maltar were there with Newell's people, I mean, they were highly corporatized. As a matter of fact, going into the lore of Newell's people, like her people are organized almost like companies between the different regions of their planet and the different kinds of goods they manufacture and whatnot. The Maltar had completely organized them like corporation as a religion.
There it is.
So yeah, you see that you follow the smooth path across this overgrown lawn to the entrance of this obviously drab building. The blue and green grass is about knee high and smells sweet to your smell, to your scent.
To your smell.
Yeah, words not working. Kind of has the faint reminiscent of honey, of warm honey.
Ooh.
The walls are kind of shot through, and the walls are almost barely perceptible under the mold that you saw before.
Did I get anything interesting out of the mold samples? I have to analyze them later.
Yeah. Pull this here. So you take some samples, and you managed to pull 36 bio UPBs.
Awesome.
And the trait angry.
and the
Did
trait
you say
and the trait angry.
Wonder what you'll use that for.
36.
So also go ahead and give me a second life science check as you're drawing samples. See if
Angry.
you're up close with the mold, so you get a good chance to get a look at it.
Hold on, I'm trying to put angry down.
That's awesome.
That's gonna make an interesting bomb later.
It's my angry bomb.
Okay, life sciences coming. There, where did it go? There it is.
You need a mouse.
What's with the same one? Yes, I do.
Love how you're disappointed with rolls of 20.
That's such a crummy check.
So yeah, it's
Okay.
when you get close enough to the mold, you don't pick out anything interesting. Although the when you get real close to it and look at it, you can see it actually looks like filaments, like hair-like filaments growing up from the mold. Like if you blow on it, you see the hair filaments blowing in your breath.
Cool.
You should
Mycelium.
sniff them. Or at
Think you
least
know
taste
nothing
them.
about mold.
Yeah, but you can see it's completely interlaced, like it's growing into the supports in the building and growing into the the structure that's holding up the roof and everything else. It is covering everything.
Interesting. I think it knows we're here.
Ant?
Oh no, we're gonna find out. Right, so front door.
And I need you all to give me a perception check as you're moving towards the front.
We didn't even ask for like where we were supposed to go or what we were supposed to do.
He
or
didn't know. He just said
Bring the
information
people?
was there.
Yeah, he didn't know. He just know the knowledge is here.
Yeah, just hop on the train and ride the rail.
Our eyes are peeled. No.
working on it. Yeah,
You were really busy with the
I
mold.
think the mold is
But
totally
the rest of us
fascinating.
were looking out.
Mold is growing up her nose into her brain.
Yeah.
Ew.
Could be. I wear a mask and gloves. Come on,
I'm a professional.
my first rodeo.
So as you get all the way up to the doors, the double doors here, you can see like the mold has like grown into the cracks and like grown across like the seam between the doors and whatnot. And you realize immediately that if you want to enter through here, you're going to have to. The mold is definitely blocking the way.
We're gonna have to disturb the mold and like
Hungry mold.
throw spores all over the air and then breathe it in. And
Do you have any like antifungal spray in your anesthetic bag?
I mean, I can put a
Can
wet
we-
bottle around all of us, and we should be safe.
I was gonna say, I mean, do our bio suits protect us if we, throw our helmets on, keep us from breathing in the mold and stuff?
Screw our biosuits. I vote for the spell.
Yeah, I say the
Yeah, the
will
spell or
bubble.
the suits will protect you.
Androids don't breathe.
Yeah,
I could-
he'll find
I
some
could just
crazy
Go
loophole
up there
to
and cut it.
mess with you anyway. Some
All
crazy
It's a level
DM
one.
loophole.
Yeah, it's like a level 1 spell. I can totally life bubble us.
Well, believe me, I've got plenty of loopholes.
Yeah.
I find them all the time.
You could wait, and I'll cut it all off the door and take a whole bunch more samples. I mean,
We got that kind of time?
The duration's only 7 days. Up to 7
Whiny.
creatures.
Yeah, 7 creatures for 7 days. Yeah, you're like Saiyan level casting the spell now.
7 wives,
Yeah,
7 daughters, and
I think we're set.
7 cats, 7 cats, 7
All right.
kids.
Yeah, Newell puts a life bubble on all of you, and even puts one on Timex for good measure.
And the mold.
We
And,
don't want him to bring anything back,
Ah.
and the cute little newt that she found on the side of the path. You want to clear the doorway?
So if you want, you
Sure.
can make a strength check to try and clear that door out and get it open.
Does Timex moving over to the side here, does he see any further over here?
Oh yeah, I didn't see you did that. So
That's okay.
reveal some more here.
Icky dicky.
Now, just for the record, the
Maybe we
name of
should-
this building is Securitech, as in like security, as in like
Yeah, maybe
trap.
we should walk all the way around first or something and see if there's any other doors. I mean, we don't have to go in this way necessarily.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's the front door. How else are we going to get in the place?
Where do they want us to enter?
Golly, I'm still
There's the
determined to sneak up
windows.
on the roof.
Yeah, from
And the
here
wall.
you can see 4 windows from here. So
All right.
Let's
Timex
go in the windows.
Can we look in the windows?
you
I don't
can
know.
look in the windows. And while we're waiting for Matt to do a strength check. All right, so the window that Ryder's at, you're looking in. You have to, the windows are mold covered, so you have to clean a lot of it off. But you see inside like several heavily padded chairs, and what looks like a receptionist area, and then some kind of workbench. Here, let me read
How do
it.
we do that through bubbles?
You can see out of the bubbles.
Can we reach through them and like interact with things?
Oh
No.
yeah.
It's like a thin film that's just always like around us,
Right.
Oh, okay.
protecting us.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Bubble Boy bubble.
Although that does sound fun, but
Yeah.
the Noel, you kind of do the same over here, and you see what looks like a meeting room with vines, and you see more of this mold covering everything, but some other plants have worked their way in from through the floors on the inside. Like you see this vine that's working its way across the top and whatnot, and you see some flowers. Over here, you also spot these green mushrooms growing in the first room.
All right. You want me to
Can't
like
wait to know
scout
what
the
happens.
area, or Wesley, can you fly Canary around real quick just to see if there's any other
Yeah.
building?
Yeah, not a problem. So he pops Canary off of Timex's back and flies him around.
All right, I will go ahead and reveal around the rest of the building.
I'm looking over his shoulder at his little like visopad.
Yeah.
Okay, I've revealed it. You guys should be able to see all the exterior.
Looks about
So
like an L-shaped building. Any noticeable things on the roof?
No, the roof is thoroughly sealed up. The only you see the doors, obviously the doors there, and the 4 windows you can see, and then around the edge here there's a 5th window, but there are no windows around the rest of the facility.
Okay. And anybody know what Securitech, like the history of Securitech, is?
Give me a culture check.
Cypher?
Cypher?
Oh, he just
Oh.
left.
Hold on. Before I go AFK, I'll make a culture check.
You're passing unseen serpent.
I can try. What?
So while you're doing that check,
I didn't mean
so
to-
going back to Matt. So Matt, you start working on the door and pulling him, but this
Now
mold
I'm
is,
going AFK. I'll be
this
back.
mold is really grown into the seam and whatnot, and you're not able to open it.
With a 22 culture check, do we know anything about Securitech?
No, you do not recall anything about Securitech.
Okay.
And Mike, was that to be a strength check or was that like an athletics check?
If I carefully sneak over here.
It is a strength check.
No.
All right, so you go clean off the other window and peek inside, and you see what looks like another meeting room similar to the one with some green mushrooms, and it looks like a bush is broken up through the floor and is growing into the room right there. Obviously, you see the doors leading out of there, and then the door leading out of C as well.
Well, do we want to try and go in through one of these windows, or do you want me to see if I can analyze the mold a little more and see if it has a weakness to something, like fire or something?
Why don't we just open these doors? I mean, how hard can it be?
Ryder starts pulling on the doors pretty roughly, and
Like-
they're not budging at all.
I've got like both my feet up on the door, and I'm like pulling on the handle, like, hey!
Yeah, you hear a sickening like wet ripping sound, but the door is not budging at all.
Gosh.
Yeah, Wesley's not much better. So,
Well, that was Tim X.
Tim X is.
Tim X is over there just knocking on it. Dum, dum, dum.
Shall I try
Maybe
again?
you can find something to loosen up this mold. It's pretty strong. These are like steel fibers. Maybe you should harvest some more. We could make armor out of them.
How long do you think it would take me to analyze these mold things and see if there's something to counter them?
If you spend about 10 minutes or so analyzing the mold.
Okay, is that a life science check?
Yes, ma'am.
They're really, really strong. You should take some and make some armor out of it.
Yeah.
Some like angry looking armor.
I have a fire extinguisher. Maybe we can like try to. Maybe we can try to like freeze them or something.
And wow, you botched a roll. So
Maybe you should like eat.
I know, that's
candy.
like a couple in a row. Like,
I think Allie's luck has run out.
really? Okay, so windows?
Yeah, so you're either gonna have to damage it and cut your way into it, or grow some more muscle.
Oh, hey,
What
did
if
canaries?
You might be able to
Geiger
burn
counter
through
pick up
the
anything?
mold. Okay, so you run a scan with the Geiger counter, and no, you do not pick up any significant levels of radiation.
I got it. It's angry mold. We just have to be nice to it.
We speak, friend, and Kish. Door opens.
Well, we got hand grenades.
Actually, can't you like speak to plants and stuff?
No, animals.
That's
That's
Yaru. That's Yaru.
No, I think she's got a
Yeah.
vocal modulator
Yeah, I
thing that
do.
lets her speak to like non-intelligent plants and stuff.
I thought it was animals. I'll look it up.
Like it's in your voice. Don't you know what your voice can do?
Yeah, but remember I talked to the big, like, bigger than elephant dinosaur-like beasts on the planet, and
Yep. Yeah, I thought it was Beast too.
Why don't I just lightsaber the door?
Legends of one or
You
something.
can do that too.
Do the lightsaber thing with my bone blade.
Okay.
And try to cut down through the seam of the door.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
I guess that would be an attack. Huzzah!
Yeah, it's not dodging, so we'll just go straight to the damage roll.
Oh,
Yep. Animals and magical beasts.
that's okay. Switch found the key.
Yep. So yeah, with another sickening wet sound, you cut down through the mold holding the door shut, and yank on it a little bit, and the door pops open for you.
Yay!
No problem. See?
I carry the universal key in my
Switch.
arm.
Now as you step in, whoop 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 whoop.
Master lock. My ass.
Wow.
Yeah. So does the place look like it has power?
No, actually, it does not look like it has power right now.
Okay.
We should probably not phone switch.
So you only have to look for mechanical crap,
I'm back.
like Home Alone stuff. All right, I'll walk in.
Okay. Yeah, there's more of the seat, the sweet. Now you're only picking up the smell, but you're not breathing in any spores or anything. There's a sickening sweet smell in here, like a constant vegetable decay and whatnot.
Can I check out the mushrooms?
Yeah.
God.
So give me a life
I
sciences
guess
check.
we're all going in.
Finally, not a 1.
So
Very much.
yeah, so it's a small patch of mushrooms here. It's a pretty non-intrusive species, or non-intrusive, a pretty benign, so non-dangerous species of mushroom. Very little nutritional value.
But flavor?
I'd like to.
Nice hallucinogenic properties.
I don't know, man. Let's try it.
Far out, man.
You already have the hallucination keyword.
Yeah, I'm just having fun.
Yeah,
They're
I
I'd
got
like
it,
to investigate this bench over
but do
here.
you have the tripping balls word?
Tripping balls.
Yeah, I did a 27 perception for like.
All right, so Ryder thoroughly searches the area, and you find some like tools, look like calibration tools sitting on this old work table over here.
I'll take those.
They're really old calibration tools. You're not even sure what kind they go to, but you're more than welcome to take them as scrap if you want.
Yeah,
Or,
they're more like
as
collectors.
put
things.
them up on the wall and say, "Look
Yeah.
at these ancient Kishaline antiques."
That's right.
So we go to, so when you go on the show Absalom Pickers,
next week. Antique Roadshow.
So did I find anything at the reception?
no, anything of value, like most of the things that were on it, like you see a comm device and whatnot, but it's like been so completely grown over by this mold that it's almost like it's been frozen in place. Nothing's moved in quite a long time.
There's no like maps, like can't see where the bathrooms are or anything.
There's no notes saying, "Hey, if you can't get into the temple found, here's the password."
Somebody's left a post-it note on their monitor.
Are there any computers at
Password.
the desk that Cypher can jack into?
No, it looks like there was at one point some kind of IT device here, but it was long ago taken away.
All right.
All right.
Switch, you want to take on the next door?
Like a dude with the key.
Take on me.
Is this the same thing with the door, or is it grown over, or is this?
No, this one is not grown over like the other one was. So,
All right.
Oh,
Locked?
well
Let's
then.
quiet.
and
let's
it is
quietly-
not locked. Yeah.
He uses his axe anyway.
All right. She quietly pushed the door open. The hallway is mostly clear of any of the vegetation and whatnot, but you do see a little bit of orange and green mold growing like in strips across the floor. There's a couple leaks in the ceiling where you can see like water is slowly dribbling down along the walls on the inside here, and you can tell why the mold is probably doing so well inside the facility.
So are we leaving tracks and stuff? Like if we look down on the floor, are we like?
Yes,
Can we
it
see our
is. It
footsteps?
is obvious you're leaving a trail behind you.
Are there any
don't
other?
I was,
But-
No, you do not see any other footprints or anything.
Okay.
But you know, the hot
You don't
rooms,
even need a check for that. There are no other footprints.
Okay.
When we were outside and looked at the building, did the building look like it was just one story?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's continue
This
looking.
is a different kind of mold.
No, it's similar to the rest of the mold. I mean, there's the orangish stuff there, some greenish stuff. I mean, you do see a couple different species of mold growing. No black mold though. That stuff's awful.
And as you collect them all, you gain the trait rainbow.
Doesn't mean there's not a basement.
That is true.
Do we want to go down the hall, or do we want to open this door here?
Open
We're
this door.
completionists. Open the door as we go.
Yeah. We don't want anything coming up behind us.
Which is why everyone is still behind us.
Is it locked?
So this door also opens to you. See a hallway with a couple openings going off. Let me zoom in some more, reveal some more.
Are those the bathrooms?
gotta go.
The spacious
tiny
room here
holes or
is looks like a wide swath of small gray hillocks covering. Oh, I'm sorry. These are short walls, so you can actually see over these.
I just wanted to leave my communicator
Cubicles?
open while I flushed the
Yeah,
toilet.
these are ancient Kishaline cubicles.
Any computers or technology or?
The no, it looks like most of the technology around here has been gutted. You do find a couple old, so most, but not all. So you find a couple terminals here, but they're broken and cracked and grown over with mold.
They're
looks
like black screens with green text.
Yep.
They say Commodore 64 on them.
What is this room?
It looks like an area where food was prepared.
Like a lounge breaker.
It's covered in mold just like the rest of the building, and the smell here is actually even worse when you walk into the room. You get the foul, rotting odor like wafts up as you move into the area.
Is this a fridge?
It does look like a refrigeration device. It has a glass front to it. And actually, the fridge actually still has power. But everything that's inside of it has long turned black and decayed.
It still has power? Hey, Newell, you might be able to find some interesting specimens in here.
I'm a little afraid of what's in.
Not interested?
I don't know.
All right.
All that's left is a Twinkie and some McDonald's fries.
Yeah, you might want to also check its power supply because clearly it's been going. It's got like an Energizer
Is it plugged
battery.
into the mainframe, or does it have its own power source?
It looks like
Wow.
it has its own power source.
Some serious technical.
Wesley's on it.
So whoever wants to, give me a perception check in there.
Yeah, not bad.
I suppose I ought to join the group.
Can I make an engineering check to see if I can extract the power supply?
Yeah, you can.
But before you do, let us observe it first.
All right. So yeah, when they let you have access to it, yeah, the 29 you pull out. So you've got this nice little power supply there, and you manage to pull. I keep grabbing the wrong dice. 86 UBPs.
I'll put my bubble on. I'll take a look at what's in the fridge. If there's any samples or just leftover anything.
So you search through it, and like it's real. I mean, we're talking the food's been. It's like a black. Like if you think the equivalent of a nuclear explosion leaving a shadow on the wall, like that's what's left of the blackness. The black
But it's
stuff.
definitely all just food
Yeah.
things.
However, you do find one oddity. Back on the lower shelf, towards the back of it, you find a vial with some kind of liquid in it that looks like the liquid has been perfectly preserved. It is a purple liquid with these swirls of yellow that continue to move of their own volition through the liquid.
I'll take
Sweet.
that with us, and I'll take it back to the lab.
Nice.
You take it to the lab, or you can make a check
check
now if
here?
you want. Yep.
You like smell it, take a little sample.
You're so weird.
I thought that's how you sample things.
Tastes like chicken.
That's
Oh
how
my goodness.
Smells
That's-
like cheese.
that's how Yukon Gold told me to sample things.
Tastes like gold. Silver.
And you crit it, so I will just tell you, this is a serum of enhancement scientist.
Ooh, I'll take it. Oh, scientist.
Oh, I'll take it, science.
What does it do?
So that's from the core book. You can get a huge boost to skills applicable to scientists.
Cool.
See, I thought it was just a serum of enhancement.
Uh-huh.
Tastes like
Yeah, these are the ones that are specific to the skill sets. So and Wesley got his power supply and his UBPs.
Sweet. All right, switch. Let's see what else we got.
Let's go.
I'm with you, man.
All right, so you see a duo of what looks like some kind of a little bit more executive office here. The one on the bottom is obviously a little bit bigger than the one on the top. Both of the offices and their furnishings are covered with the mold all over. The southern office looks like it was used by, you see a label on the desk saying Chief Security Officer, or Chief Executive Officer, while the one on the north has a label on the desk that says Chief Technical Officer.
So one said chief technical officer, and the other one was what? Sorry.
Chief Executive Officer. So the bottom one is Chief Executive. This is Chief Executive. This is Chief Technical.
I'm gonna look around here.
Ooh, good check. All right. So I don't like that, so I'm going to change the magic item they had there. It gave you. Oh, I know why. Because when they wrote this adventure module, it was early in the game and they hadn't done a lot. Okay, so it said glove of storing. We've already got 2 gloves of storing in the group. So I'm going to make it a treasure parcel. Who is due for a treasure item?
I think Cypher.
I don't know.
I think you're right. I think Cypher is due for the next found treasure. All right, so let me look at your list here real quick. We'll see what awesomeness we find.
Something.
Serum of enhancement, and then in parentheses science, because you get enhanced bonuses to
Or scientists. So I think there's actually 2 skills that it applies to, and it may just be the life science and the physical science, but I'll have to double check in the core book.
I can look it up.
I just was trying to put it in here so I didn't forget it.
So.
But it enhances.
Oh, good. Okay, so you only have 1 thing left on your wish list right now. So you get that. Right now, the only thing left on your wish list is I wish Wesley wasn't so damn annoying.
Oh.
Damn, that's cold, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it better be true.
I put a note on here for you, Bill, that you got your laser pistol and you bought your eye and your computer. And I said, what else would you like to put on your list? So you haven't added anything to your list yet.
Oh, sorry. About the only thing I've really been kind of saving up for is better armor.
Okay. So obviously you would not find the next version of Yosoki. However, you do find a smaller than a child size ancient Kishiline armor set with equivalent stats to the next version of the Yosoki armor that you want.
Cool.
You'll have to modify it for a tail.
Yeah, I'll have to cut a hole for a tail, but I'll have to look that up.
Okay.
+2 insight bonus to computers, engineering, and physical science.
Okay, thank you. How long? What's the duration on it?
Not life science. That's interesting.
To what?
Unlocks aspects of your body.
Computers.
The effect of a serum of enhancement lasts 1 hour.
What is it to? Computers.
It's computers, engineering, and physical science. Where to next, Switch my man? Did you check this office down here?
Yep, that's actually where you found the suit of armor.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I was checking both, basically.
Yep, so you didn't find anything in the north one, but in the bottom one you found slumped in the corner a child set of armor that would be perfect for Cypher.
Cool.
And you open the door, and you
surprised that-
discover someone who looks exactly like Wesley and Timex on the other side.
Ah! Jeez, Ryder. Scare the crap out of me.
You know, I'm still trying to find a bathroom in this place.
Strange, you have yet to find any facilities here in the city of Istamek.
Aliens didn't use the bathroom.
Aliens don't need to pee.
You know, I never asked. Noel, did they make you guys to go to the bathroom?
Aliens don't have nards.
Unless they're wolfmen. So you walk up to this door, and
Beep.
Yeah.
you go to open the door, and actually, Timex did not get in successfully, but
Aw. All right, fine.
as you go to open it, you actually meet your first bit of resistance, and this door does seem to be locked. Or it's not. I'm sorry, it's not locked. it is grown over with more of the mold.
Newell, did you figure anything out about the mold yet?
I don't know. Can I try again? He can try his bone blade again.
You can, but the DC does go up each time you try. So
Ooh, so do better.
All right. Let's try
Don't
one.
screw this up.
Yeah, roll not a 1.
Yeah, I can't do worse. No, it's not
That's good.
horrible.
unfortunately, the DC has gone up too high. That is not enough. So
Oh,
you do not learn anything new.
Stamina enhancement.
Seems like a waste.
If ironically, oh no, it wouldn't have raised you enough. Even with the enhancement, you wouldn't.
It doesn't do life science.
Yeah, it doesn't do life science. So it looks like you're gonna have to use Switch's method to get this door open.
Go switch, go.
Insert universal key and turn.
You can do that or a strength check. It looks like you went with that. All right.
Check works.
So yeah, you take your bone metal, your heavy metal bone blade, and you cut through. This room contains 3 tables, and white mold has crept onto almost everything. One of the tables has a large untouched patch about 2 feet in diameter. A roughly square hunk of metal, plastic, and crystal sits in the center of the open space. And
Seriously, do these guys not go when they work?
the filaments of mold covering the walls seem to be moving ever so slightly, and you feel a draft passing through this room. The door, yeah, obviously the door you came through, and you see another door going south out of here.
Can we tell where the draft is coming from?
And I need Wesley to give me a saving throw.
Oh boy, Wesley, you had to move in.
A saving throw of what?
Actually, I'm sorry, there's no saving throw.
You just die.
Somebody got.
So, you walk. Oh, I'm sorry. You do get. So, I'm sorry. You do get a saving throw. You walk forward, and as you're stepping on the plates here in the middle, suddenly you start hearing like a pop, like a growing sound of electricity around you, and you realize something really bad's about to happen. Give me a reflex save.
I'm gonna crouch over here.
And
Here's trouble. The kid will find it.
and you failed. Wesley is blasted by a massive electrical surge.
Oh,
Oh
That
wow, that
sends-
kills me.
That doesn't kill you.
Oh yeah, it takes off stamina points, right?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
How much stamina did you have?
56. Now I'm 40. Now I'm 10.
Yeah, this blast sends you flying back across the room, and you slam into switch, and it hit the ground there.
Wesley!
Shocking.
What was that?
It
Watch
looks
where
like
you're going, meat sack.
You see where the wires there go into the table on the far side, right about there. It
do
looks like
now.
there's some kind of damage there,
dude.
and that is obviously where the electrical blast came from.
So does it look like like just loose wires that he stepped on, or like there's a trap?
It looks like he got too close to it, and there was enough of an electrical field magnetically that created an arc with him, and he suddenly became the least form of resistance.
It discharged.
It discharged, yeah. It's like a some kind of capacitor.
Flux capacitor?
Only, I can't remember the right.
It has no capacity anymore.
Okay, so
Please tell me I developed superpowers from this.
Did his hair
One superpower? This is how you get
Aaron, I got a question for you. So why did the capacitor ask out the diode? Because it couldn't resist?
oh,
Wow.
But
It's an electrician's joke.
joke.
bad joke.
It was bad. my wife told me it was bad too, but I insisted on telling it. Okay. So yeah, you have a feeling that you probably don't want to get close to that again, or find some way to disable it.
So the other
Wait a
wires go
second.
into this.
If
this...
it was a capacitor, it would be empty.
Except this is a space capacitor.
Space.
We put
Pep.
space in front of anything, and we can make it do what we want.
This thing in front of Cypher here it's a, what is it?
Table?
Table?
Yeah, a table, and it looks like it's got some old tools and some kind of device like buried in the mold. The crystal thing that I mentioned before.
And the wires are coming out of that table and going into the other table?
Yes.
Can
All
I
right.
get this table? Obviously, if there was enough juice in this thing to blast Wesley across the room, is there any electrical charge left in it to see if there's like a computer or something that's working on it?
Hey Wesley, while they're
Give
figuring
me a perception check.
this
I'm
out,
gonna
you
help
wanna,
him kind of study this table and the thing that's covered in whatever.
hey Wesley, while they're
So that's
figuring this out,
perception.
do you want to take like a 10-minute rest? Over against the wall.
I think I'm good right here on the floor where I landed.
All right,
I'll
so
just lay here for 10 minutes.
so Cypher doesn't find anything, but actually buried in the mold, Newell actually finds an old piece of security equipment that you study it, and you know enough about the Kishulin technology that you realized it does need some work and it needs a power supply, but this is actually a motion detector.
A motion detector?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use that.
He says from the floor.
Yeah, it's Kishulin. It's a Kishulin motion detector. So it definitely, the power supply is long dead, so that would need to be replaced, and you need a little bit of work to hook up whatever the power supply is to make it work with the Kishulin tech, but then it would be functional again.
Well, he just got a power supply out of the fridge, but here you go, Wes.
Oh, that's
Cool.
true. That's a good point.
Is that 2 of them? Because I've seen double.
So actually, since you have the power supply, if you want, Michael, you can do an engineering check and hook it up and get the motion detector going.
Yeah, I'll do that on the space.
I like
Maybe
Switch.
not right now.
Okay.
It's a non-smoking facility. I'm gonna need you to put
Wait,
yourself
no.
out.
Do I see anything from my
Perspective.
my perspective? Anything under the table or
On the ceiling.
There's a lot of scrap bits and pieces. It looks like they did some kind of work on digital locks and whatnot here, and deterrent security systems, but most of it is completely scrapped at this point.
Please tell me that the shock turned his hair white and it's now standing straight up.
He does,
God.
I'll adjust the token. He does have a rogue, like a rogue-like white streak now.
awesome. I'm even cooler than before.
Hey, watch it. Pretty boy's going to be coming for you.
I got my
Scott.
protective bubble on.
So we didn't see where that. Does anything in this table have power,
No,
or
nothing on this table has power. So the charge and everything, that all came from over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I drained it.
So while there are wires over to that table, it doesn't look like there's any power being delivered to it over there.
got it?
It's
Okay.
coming from the table itself.
Right, yeah. All right, looks like you guys are all stacking up. So double check.
Fan out.
Set
damn.
off the trap.
So yeah, the door seems to open easily. It's not locked or contained by the mold. The wall, ceiling, and floor of this room are coated with more and more of that awful mold, with thousands of pale white filaments poking out like little tiny fingers all over. However, you do see these 2 large rectangular objects in the center that are completely free of mold. Like there's no mold at all. It's growing up to the floor, and then it kind of just stopped at a very deliberate line around the 2 large objects. These are large crystalline devices, and they're marked with sharp-edged designs, and each has a dark computer console built into the one side. Yep, that is what you see.
Nothing has power.
There is a light hum to them, and like you see, like the bluish lights coming out of the bottom of them. So they do have some kind of power, but most of them, the entire device is not powered up.
So it's not turned on.
Cypher.
We have a small power supply if that'll help.
Well, they have some power to them if they've got that.
Yeah, I don't fully understand this computer stuff. Ironic, I know.
All right, so
But it
if
just
I
said it
study
didn't-
it, do I see
it didn't
anything
have any power.
that? Yeah, does it look like there's any on switches anywhere?
So you look around for switches, and since you are trained in computers, you in your studying
I see
devices,
one.
you realize that these are both Kishiline server devices. You think you should be able to power up, but you're not sure that there's enough power in the system to actually get the entire server bank up and running.
Okay, do we want to try the refrigerator power, or do we want to try and rig some other power source?
I love
You
that.
could try the refrigerator power, or if any of you have one, you can try and rig up a high capacity battery for a weapon, and you might be able to juice it enough to get the servers going.
Battery for my cache, right?
No,
Or,
I've got lots
Noel,
of.
if you have the recharge spell by chance.
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you?
I know I considered it, but I don't know.
Would we be able to rig up Timex as a power source? And
I don't think so.
Nope.
You could, but it would take some pretty serious rigging.
okay,
Meaning, yes, it would just require a good check.
No, you don't.
Make whole. Search.
Do you have it as one of your abilities? Like one of your abilities. Look at your abilities.
I
Because you've
thought
got
I had a
some.
battery pack, but because I used it to recharge a.
That's what I'm saying. You might have like an ability that lets you do something.
I can't read it. It's too small. I've been looking at that stupid computer all day.
So make it bigger.
Energize spell?
Or recharge?
That's not.
No, I don't
was
have
thinking,
recharge.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like you're going to have to engineer something. Either hook up Timex or try and use the refrigerator battery, or if anyone has a high capacity battery on their weapon.
How do I know what any of these things are?
You can them. Maybe there's a description
Oops,
there.
didn't mean to do that.
No, I just have a regular spare battery. I don't have high capacity. They outlawed those.
Yeah, I only carry small arms. We don't need high capacity. But I do have lots of spares. So if you want to take 2 of my charges and try and rig something,
yeah, maybe we could daisy chain that along with the small power supply I have, just to give it enough juice to fire up.
Okay, you can try that. Go ahead and give me an engineering check to hook that up.
Ooh,
I'm going to just step back a little bit.
Okay, good check.
Well,
I was gonna say I can help, but it doesn't look like he needs it.
All right, so you jury rig it all up, and you get it ready to plug into the or into the server. But you do know, you do realize before you plug it in that this is going to be a very short stint. You're only going to be able to get a minute of use out of the server bank before you've completely drained what you've hooked up. So whoever's going to be accessing the computer will need to act very fast.
All right, Cypher, let's be ready.
All right.
don't you have a special ability that lets you do something in like half the time?
yeah.
That would be Wesley, and that's
Yeah.
engineering, fixing, and building things.
Ah,
All right, ready?
Wait, I do. I have this. Speed hacker.
yeah, that's what
That will come into play. Okay.
Ready? Set.
I.
What are we doing? We're looking for the password?
Go. You're searching for the temple and how
Go.
to get in.
All right. So you powered it on, and the system starts booting up.
Oh, is this one of those instances where the 2 computer hackers are working on the same keyboard?
No.
Oh.
No. So yeah, you're gonna have to pick. So I will say before. So we're gonna negate those checks. It's got to be one or the other. So which one of you is on the keyboard?
I actually thought it was Cypher
I thought it
because
was
he
Cypher.
Yeah.
he
Okay.
was the speed hack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Newell trying to look over his shoulder, saying, "No, that's an if."
So yeah.
No.
So what Newell can do there though is stand there with the stopwatch, saying, "All right, you got 60 seconds, Cypher."
Okay.
So you need to move Cypher up so he's by the computer bank.
I thought I was.
There's 2 banks. There's not multiple.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
So, can I
So
use
which? So one question real quick. Which server are you powering up? That is a good question.
Oh. Does either one look like it's in better condition than the other?
That would not come into play here, Wesley
Okay.
or Michael. You're not Wesley. Your character's Wesley.
Does either one of them look like it's in better condition than the other?
No, they both. I mean, they're a little worn and whatnot, but they both look like they're in the same
And
state.
there's no writing or signs to tell us any differentiation between the 2 of them?
No, unfortunately not.
All right, you want to go with the one in front of us?
Yeah, closest one.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So unfortunately, this damned old Windows technology, it takes 2 rounds to even boot up.
Oh shoot, we've got 3 high capacity batteries with our Frostbite Class 0 rifle in our crew inventory.
Yep, I was just waiting for you to find them. So you can make a. If you don't get it this time, you have some other attempts at it. There's your backup right there.
Oh,
So-
good.
All right, so you start trying to break into the system, and you failed, and you almost feel like an electrical jolt, and
I swear.
and
I
everyone suddenly you feel yourself like like you're stunned for a second. Like for 6 seconds, you can't even move.
I could swear I have an ability that. I don't
As a
know.
matter of fact, everyone. So Switch, Wesley, Cypher, and Newell all feel that, like something like you feel like a bit of a jolt, and none of you can move for just a second.
I'm in the other room.
Yeah.
What happened? I can't feel my tongue.
So you still got 7 more rounds on this
You can
setup.
still fail 7 more times.
Here, I'm gonna move. Wesley covers his crotch and backs away.
You gonna leave Tim X up there?
No, hell no.
All right, Newell, are you gonna stay next to Cypher as well?
You might as well get out of here. There's no reason for everybody to take this damage.
And Matt, are you
I can
moving
get
away?
out.
What? I don't think you can help. I think I'm stuck doing this by myself anyway. So I,
Wait.
mean, I could try just
Wait.
try just taking 10.
Not yet.
Oh, I have an idea.
Not yet. Yeah, I was saying wait, and I think it clicked for you. So go
Yeah.
ahead, take it.
Oh, thanks, honey. You're so smart. We got that potion. If that's a +2 to computers for an hour,
There you go.
so that
So
would give me
now
a
I'm at-
21.
Now I'm at a 30.
Oh,
Now I'm at a 30 just by taking 10.
He can take 10. Like he has a special skill
that lets him take
that lets
10?
him take 10
Okay.
with your enhancement bonus that puts it up to a 30. I think that's pretty damn good.
All right.
If
So
I'm not making it on a 30, we're in trouble.
I know.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're gonna take the serum.
sure, do it right.
Drink it, man. Drink it.
Do it right.
I
Don't
just
screw this up.
All
We're all
right.
counting on you.
So I'm not hearing an objection from Bill. So I'm assuming you are drinking the serum.
Yes.
Okay. So you drink the serum and you feel smarter. And you're like, I've got this special ability. If I just take my time, maybe I won't electrocute myself. All right. And taking 10, you're gonna be mad when you found out how close you were to making it the first time. But anyway,
Would it be 1 point?
no, it wasn't 1 point. He was 2 away.
Oh.
But taking 10 in the serum pushes you up to a 30, like you said. So yeah, so this time you don't electrocute yourself, you don't stun yourself or anything, and you're able to pick up on the firewall, and you start hacking into it, and you're slicing through the firewall.
Dyson and Dyson.
Yeah, so the you've already hacked into Kishiling systems before, so you've seen this effect. So you've seen the countermeasures start to kick in and trying the firewall, its version of firewall, try and keep you out. You'll need to make one more check to successfully get in.
Okay. Can I
And you
just
take,
take 10
yep,
again?
you can take 10 again, and you manage to bypass the firewall and cut into the system. And this thing comes up that says Foundry XLT88 digital lock system, and it prints a password.
You got an
Sweet.
Nice.
hour on the serum. See what else you can do while you're in there.
Yeah, is there anything else I can find while I'm in here?
Okay.
Any way to give them an alternative power something or
So mostly what you find in here, this is the core database where they kept all the security codes and things for all of the systems here in Istamec. So you find if this was a thriving, fully functional city, I mean, you hit the jackpot. You've got everyone's passwords, you've got everyone's, like, you just hit the depth of the dark web and you've got everything.
Oh, can I go?
does it
Can I
tell
go jack in and download that data into my neural net and just save it?
Yeah, except you realize that that's everyone's email accounts and everything from like 10,000 years
Yeah.
ago.
Exactly.
and
It's useless
that
information.
info is pretty much useless to you now. So
Hey, nobody changes their password. You know how many times? You know how I can just run through databases and just keep checking passwords?
And I'm sure that people email some very interesting things about life at the time. This is all like great cultural knowledge.
This belongs in a museum.
yeah, if this was the actual emails, it's not. It's just the passwords for the accounts.
computer archaeological something? What does it tell us what's in the other database thing or
You also learned that you can actually try it from either pad. So it's actually two servers working in tandem,
okay.
It's just separate terminals.
separate terminals.
It's a raid.
All right, so you have what you came for. You have the password that you believe you can take to the temple found, and you should be able to find a way to enter in the code, and the door should open for you.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
We've thoroughly searched the rooms. Is there anything else anybody thinks we need to do while we're still here? Or are we headed back to the temple?
Heading back to the temple.
So yeah, if anyone wants to go in there and there, I mean, there's more mold and junk in there. You might be able to find some stuff around on the floor. And
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
Search thoroughly and check the mold out in case there's anything different about this mold or
Okay. So yeah, if you want to check the mold out to see if there's anything different, because yeah, you see these growths here and whatnot. Give me a life science check for that.
Looks like a bunch of computer mumbo jumbo in there.
So when you're over here by this section, Allie.
yeah.
All right. So you start to for those who are searching, you find a sword-like construct. It's a long-bladed object, with a long handle type device. Obviously, Kish design, and it is the equivalent. Here, let me grab my notes.
Sword chain.
Okay, it is the equivalent of it. It is not, but it is the equivalent of an ultra-thin doshko.
Ultra thin doshtoka.
Doshko.
That's the kind of thing Billy uses, isn't it?
Yes.
Sweet. We'll grab one of those and put it in our pack and say, look what we found for you when you weren't here.
Thanks for picking us up, Dad.
So Newell, so you start studying it, and you realize why you have not been able to identify this mold this entire time. So as you're looking at this weird like structure that's kind of growing across the floor, you realize at this moment that the reason why you've not been able to identify it is because you're used to seeing this type of mold on a much, much smaller level. And what you're looking at is the material that lines the inside stomach of this mold creature. And you're standing in it. I need you all to roll for initiative.
What?
Oh boy.
As you realize, as the walls start to move and you see some of the mold pull away and start to group together and come towards all of you from all directions.
This is no cave.
Be alive.
This is no cave.
Damn.
Where did my? There it is. Wait.
That can't be right. I don't normally roll high for initiative.
That's about right.
There's a glitch in the matrix tonight.
Yeah. I'm either rolling ones or crits. I got a really good sample of you, dude.
My babies.
My babies.
All right, so everyone's rolled initiative. Am I missing anyone? All right, Cypher.
So with that really good sample, do I know anything about this thing?
Yes, and with your crit there, you recognize this as a. You got. Let me look at your number again. That was
Cypher's mold beast.
a 36, 29. So you're gonna get. You recognize this as a Writher Swarm.
Holy shit.
A what?
A Writher Swarm. Writher Swarm consists of thousands of pale white fungal filaments that wave slowly back and forth, as if swaying in a light breeze. This mobile mold creeps its way through even the narrowest of crevices to infest a building and slowly digest all the organic matter within, whether discarded food, flesh, or food. A Writher Swarm leaves behind only ceramic, concrete, metal, plastic, and stone, making them less than a threat to large urban centers, while structures are largely composed of such materials, but potentially devastating to less advanced settlements. A single spore of a Writher Swarm can lie dormant for as long as several centuries, whether as a passenger on a meteor or in a cavern deep below the ground. Under the right conditions, that spore can attach to a modicum of organic material, such as a stale piece of bread or the rotting corpse of a tiny animal, after which it quickly begins to grow and multiplies. If it is not eradicated, a Writher Swarm becomes fully mobile in a matter of weeks and can start to seek out new sources of nourishment. Even if the swarm presence is discovered beyond this point, and thoroughly scoured, it is likely that several spores will survive undetected.
So it's kind of like the Starfinder version of a gelatinous cube.
Sort of like that, yeah. All
How
right.
has not gotten onto their civilization? Like wiped them out.
Because it was isolated out here on the rock.
There's a pretty big air gap between.
But it
But what's really cool is that
travels on
a
everything.
single spore could survive on us, destroy our ship, or it could we could take it back with us.
But
and it could destroy the world.
They've come and gone. They've come and gone. They've done the rope thing to come over
Stop
here.
poking holes in his story.
Sorry. I'll shut up.
Stop poking holes in the DM story.
I'm supposed to be hitting you.
All right, so you get two mechanical questions about it.
You know, Ryder makes a damn good point, though. Even if we kill this thing, a tiny little spore of it can end up on us. We could take it back to civilization and kill thousands of people.
Well, we're wearing the life bubble, so we might not.
That's true.
carry
It can't.
Yeah, I was going to leave you in suspense, but you all have life bubbles on, so there are no spores on you.
Yet.
Okay, so 2 questions.
In other words, Newell's like, I got this covered.
Biggest weakness or weaknesses.
None.
Dun dun dun.
Although, I mean, it's a living creature and it can be killed. That's its weakness.
Oh, great.
Please, we can kill it.
Acceptable. Okay. What are its attacks?
Oh.
What you could have said something if you had a question.
No, this is all happening in your mind.
Yeah.
The mobile portion of it is actually insanely fast, and it swarm attacks and tries to engulf its targets. Very similar to a gelatinous cube, but faster. And those it hits, it can try and infest with the mold from its body, and that's actually how it reproduces. It wants to hug real good.
Ew.
Great. I'm gonna yell this all out.
Where's Wesley at? I always get Wesley with diseases.
Exactly. I'm out of the room. I might actually just close the door quietly and skulk off.
What's its turn-ons and turn-offs?
On
All right, so Cypher, what are you doing?
the beach.
All right. Jesus. What is that thing?
I'm yelling about all the stuff.
Cypher is going to get on the other side of this computer bank here and take a little bit of cover and then fire at it with a trick attack.
How tall are these racks?
Not tall enough that so you have partial cover to each other.
Okay.
But it was avoiding the racks, or at least it wasn't. It's not growing on them.
I take it that's going to hit.
Yes, it does.
And then I will miss with my laser pistol.
It's changed.
Against EAC. Here, hold on 1 second. You're gonna be really mad, but
It's
No,
not,
I'm not. I totally expect it.
it's flat-footed for him.
it is flat-footed. So that's actually a hit.
Ah,
Don't forget your trick attack, if it succeeds, makes him flat-footed for you, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, so that lowers his AC by 2, which makes that a hit.
even if I choose to make him off target.
The off-target or the flat-footed is for the rest of us if it succeeds, but it's always flat-footed for you if you succeeded.
Oh, I don't
Yep.
think we've been playing it that way.
That's how it's always been. If you weren't applying it, then I apologize, but yeah,
Okay.
you using that always benefits you no matter what.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I just don't think he ever rolled high enough for it to actually hit.
For
that may be very true.
For it to matter.
Okay,
But
I'm just the only thing that was not on the stat block is the one thing I'm looking up right now.
Future rounds, it's usually flat-footed because of me, so he didn't have to worry.
No, thank you. Go
So
away.
that would be a total of 30 points of fire damage then.
Yep, I'm just double checking his immunities to see if it affects that.
It's mold. I would think I think if anything he'd be hurt more by fire.
Yes, that would be true. Well, it depends on the type of mold, but he's also a swarm, so he has swarm defenses. I've just got to take that into account. Takes normal damage from attack, then attacks multiple. Okay, I got it. Okay, so yeah, he takes all of that. 30 points of damage.
30 fire.
Okay.
Really could miss something obvious.
All right. And
Good
that's
turn.
pretty much all I got.
All right. And are you making him off target or flat-footed?
I said right there, I'm making him off target, -2 to attack.
Okay.
I wrote the macro, so he chooses.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the macro. So okay, switch.
All right. Well, it seems as if I don't have to go anywhere to join the party.
It's so convenient.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it with the big guns,
Oh.
and let's just try a regular attack.
Yeah, your bone blade went right through it before. In the door, at least.
Okay. Yep, that's a hit. It takes 25. Okay. Yeah, you slash through it.
I'm gonna try my arcing sword.
You're-
In a server room?
Well, it's not. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
You're like, we already downloaded all the emails.
I've already got all the data we need.
sorry. So it gets a reflex save, which it's not very good at, but
Here, right?
oh wow, I still rolled. Yeah, still rolled a 25, so it's going to take half of that. So 17 points of damage.
Its reflex is not that good with a +12.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe. I got better monsters coming up. All right, yeah, you blast it like bits and pieces of the The swarm turned black as your electricity rips through it.
You only have to roll a 6 to save from her spells, her highest level spells.
Yeah, that's hard. Ryder.
Awesome.
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 Oh,
All right.
can
I am going to clever attack with clue.
18 is a miss.
Yeah, that's a bad miss. But the clever attack still works.
The DC. What's the DC for your? Is it 15 plus the CR?
It is. Hopefully, I wrote. No, it's not in that either. I'll look it up.
Okay, good. That's important because it's very close.
Let's see. Classes, envoy.
All right. While you're looking that up, Wesley.
All right.
Oh, sorry. My move action is get him.
Okay.
Get him, guys.
So turn on your get him.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
stupid.
gonna shoot a sticky bomb right at that dude.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of
Where
step
you
it.
where are you gonna aim it at?
Right here. So even if I miss him, it hits the wall and blows up. Hopefully, I can do some damage to him.
Okay.
So how do we want to do this? I don't know. Attack, sticky bomb, grenade.
All right. So yeah, you hit the exact spot you want.
All right. Then I step back, and I hit my detonator button.
All right.
Shaboom.
So it takes damage and a half. So it actually takes 10 points of damage from that.
Okay.
And but oddly enough, so the explosion hurts it. It seems to reel from that. But the sticky part of it does not seem to have an effect. It's just the parts of the mold are swarming around it, and like the parts that get stuck, it just kind of like rips away and leaves it behind, and it keeps moving.
Okay. All right. And then Tim X does kind of the same thing. He kind of steps in and just shoots his auto target rifle at him.
Okay.
Mike, it's 10 plus your opponent's sense motive skill, or 15 plus 1.5 times the CR.
So you failed.
Yeah.
Okay. And Wesley, or I'm sorry, Tim X misses as well.
Okay. And then he just kind of steps back through the door there.
All right. And the Writher Swarm launches itself forward at 10 feet per round. Puts itself right there, engulfs. You see Switch completely disappear as this mold thing just rolls over top of him, and he disappears inside of it.
Gross.
That's not good.
Guess I'm not electrocuting him again.
Yeah, if we shoot
Outside
the
the room.
mold, do we have to?
Oh, okay. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I was like, why is that only a 9? All right, so you ignore the attack roll. This is just a damage roll because it engulfs you. 26 points. So as it rolls over you, those filaments that I was describing before become like daggers, just like poking, stabbing into your body. You take 26 points of piercing damage,
Ouch.
and I need you to make a fortitude saving throw. Wait, make sure that's right.
From outside the room, you hear Wesley go, "Nope, nope, nope, nope."
Now wait a minute. Does that pierce the life bubble then? So is he taking spores home?
Yes, it is piercing the life bubble. It's
You're gonna need to go through a sanitizer before we go home.
So yeah, I need a fortitude save, and
Well, hose him
then
down with a flame.
I actually need 2 fortitude saves.
Oh boy.
What's wrong,
So
puppy
the
dog?
first one failed. So you are so as it's piercing, it starts injecting these biochemicals into your body, and you feel a sensation that you've actually never felt before as an android, and you are nauseated for 1 round. And the second fortitude save, you succeeded on the second one. And you managed not to get impregnated with Ryther infestation.
You're
Impregnated.
Was going to be 2 new sensations for him.
So you got the morning sickness, but not the pregnancy.
We were gonna have to have a reveal party.
It's a mold! Okay, Cypher, your
not
turn.
hosting on the ship.
Should we have a shower for it?
Switch. I'll get the diapers.
Wow. All right. So if I shoot at this thing, is there a risk that I might hit switch now?
Maybe.
He can take it.
Just don't roll a 1.
Dead, but
Don't roll a 1. Okay. Famous last words. Okay, so I will once again try to distract it with my trick attack.
Okay.
And again, off target.
That succeeds.
And then I will fire away with my laser pistol. No, that's not going to hit.
Yeah, 15 is not going to be enough, unfortunately. So, sorry about that.
Yeah. Shit happens.
All right, switch the
It is
engulfed.
off target, though.
It is off target. Yeah.
Is that even counting, really? Since, I mean, did you do -2? You didn't have to attack before, did you? So is
No.
that even really counting?
It's not doing anything. No. So if you want to say you made him flat-footed, that's fine.
I mean, does that save Steven? If I make him flat-footed, does that save you any kind of economy?
I could do full attacks.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll make him flat-footed, and then that'll free you up to do a full attack if you want.
So if you go through it, remember it's like moving difficult terrain. That would
Can't
not.
move very fast, so it doesn't take much to get away from it.
So just go there for the moment.
Okay.
I got enough movement to get to it whenever I want to.
Yeah. Switch finds a spot over there. You lean up against the wall, start puking your barrows out. All right,
Damn
New
it.
Will.
I would have done 46 points of damage too.
I am going to try the microbot assault and see what happens with that. And how big are the computer banks? Like, are they
They are partial cover to you.
like if I go climb up in this one before I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, it seemed to be avoiding them,
You
so
do
I
know, because I'll give this to you because you crit your life science check earlier. Your swarm is not going to do anything to its swarm.
okay. It's not going to be affected.
Yeah.
It,
So if you want to change up your action and do something else.
okay. But switch
Look,
switch got out. Okay.
Swarm on swarm action doesn't usually work out well. So.
Okay. I guess
Man, it's like you read my mind.
I will try and Arcing Surge it again, I guess.
He only has to roll like a 6.
Well, I don't have it. I don't.
All right. Show me the line you're shooting.
Oh. I'm gonna try and hit this wall. Go straight to the wall, not through the door and hit the. Where's the little arrow thing so I can not hit Tim X? How do I make the line thing?
It's the little. It looks like a little circle with a diagonal ruler across it.
Right
And
there.
if you hold Alt down, you can move that. It's like a free move wherever you want. Okay, I see what you're doing. All right, I just want to double check. All right, reflex save for the swarm. And it failed, so it takes all of that damage. And bits and chunks of it start turning black and falling off all over the place, but it is still moving. But that is a good hit.
Well, that's not good.
Ryder.
You should move.
Where?
I don't know. You seem to avoid these computer things, but
All right, he's already flat-footed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, really, a 1 and a 4.
Because
Miss, right?
because he is flat-footed, you hit with both.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That lowered it. So the KAC came down to 22 when he was
No,
flat-footed.
you're looking at the damage, not the attack.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if he hit with an 8, my 15 should have hit.
I
No,
was
no, no.
like, kinetic must be really far down. No.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that low. But always remember, like you're shooting at EAC, he's shooting at KAC. But they're still not that low. You're right. I was looking at the wrong numbers. So both of those are misses.
Is this a pull from the crit deck?
No, that's
No, I don't have a fumble deck yet.
Oh man.
All right, let's see if Wesley can put him down before he gets one more attack.
I'm gonna activate my haste circuit so I can move, but I'm gonna yell "Get him" at him first, and I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
I've got lots of movement. Let's see. That's
All right, come on, Wesley. Let's see you put him down.
That hit.
19 does not hit.
Damn.
come on, Timex.
All right, Tim X. Let's go for. He's gonna.
I don't have much more.
You
later.
see a bunch of whirling, like gears in his arm, and no, I did not, Siri.
Siri, buy the books. Buy the books.
You hear a bunch of whirling gears in Tim X's arm, and his tactical swoop hammer comes shooting out, and he gives it a big old swing through the door, since he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And should I do a full attack? He's not moving.
Yeah, that's fine.
Second attack.
And no, unfortunately, neither one hits.
Oh my god!
If that 21 had been one higher,
Did I close it?
because he's
Is there a
flat-footed.
+1 on the table?
Unfortunately,
I
not.
can hit balls. She'd be my uncle.
Unfortunately, "Get him" doesn't work against mechanical.
Wow. Okay. Well, Wesley's gonna step away.
All right, so it slimes through the door, comes out here, and engulfs Timex.
Ah!
Fortunately, Timex cannot be nauseated nor impregnated,
Right.
but it does do 17 points of piercing damage to him.
Ouch.
I thought it didn't eat anything mechanical.
Doesn't need it; it can still damage.
Oh, okay.
It just won't consume him. That's why it doesn't get impregnated or nauseated. Timex is just a one-night stand.
Ooh.
Sorry, Timex.
Cypher. This thing's going after Wesley.
You're the man, Cypher. You're the man. Well, the rat of a man.
Come over here and see if I get a good line of sight on it, and try to distract it again with my trick attack.
Yeah, it does
Come
have,
on, you cousin of a
does have
trash
some
can.
cover there because it's partially beyond the door, but that succeeds.
Okay, and see if I miss with my laser pistol.
Let me double check because its stats are down. That is a hit because he's flat-footed.
Thank God.
So now he's hit.
So that is 29 points of damage, and
Yep.
he had 27 left.
Nice.
The Ryther Swarm goes down
That doesn't make me feel good. Why are we still in initiative?
because the Ryther Swarmer dies, and it's it's like its filaments go black, and it's almost like it turns to a dust and falls away.
But you
And
realize one in each room.
You watch as the blackness starts to spread across all the mold, and it spreads onto the floor and moves away from it, almost like a flame slowly moving out, burning everything down. And the blackness spreads and goes up the walls and starts spreading out, and you see it go into the roof structure and moving around. and you hear a cracking sound, and you suddenly realize the mold is what was keeping the building standing, and now it is dead. You are in a skill challenge to get out of the building before it comes down.
Where are my candies?
Switch, you are first.
I don't know what you do with your candies.
I thought I put them in equipment, but I don't see them.
Well, we could always try to blow a hole through the wall.
And send it all crashing down. I've got my haste circuit activated, so I move at twice speed and get an extra movement.
That is true.
I know someone else who has a haste circuit.
Yes, yeah, yes, you do.
What?
So, Matt, what are you doing? Did we lose Matt?
Sorry, I can charge and I can get 80 feet and move all the way here.
I thought that's a straight line.
Nope.
Do you have to charge a target, though?
He doesn't like that wall.
Yeah. I don't know.
That mold on the
mean-
ground is awfully angry.
I think you do have a lot of movement. I don't know. I think you have to charge an actual target, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, if I double moved, that's 80 feet, and I get there anyway.
Okay. All right. New Will.
Yeah. Trouble about.
Oh, wait. All right, so as you go to run, sorry, I missed a little. So you start to move. You're actually good at this switch. You get to right here. I need you to make a reflex save. I'm sorry, an athletics check.
Okay. What am I athletics checking?
I'm about to tell you once you make your check.
Ew. Gross.
You have to run through the yuck.
No, that is not yuck. That is actually it was also holding up the floor beneath you. So as Switch starts to run through there, the floor starts to fall from underneath him. So I need Timex to make a reflex save, but Switch leaps over it, and then you actually get to where you're running to.
Okay.
So the rest of you have to make a athletics check to jump over that as you're moving. Timex failed his reflex save and falls into the hole, taking 3d6 bludgeoning damage, or taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits a subfloor structure below. And he is in a hole, a 30-foot deep hole.
Grappler! Go, gadget grappler!
Exactly.
Okay, now it's Allie's turn. New Will.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of the Jurassic Berry Park chocolates, which gives me a +2 enhancement to my skill check thing.
Okay.
And I've got more if somebody wants one. I'll throw one at you.
How long does it last?
Hold on. Can't go over. For 1d4 minutes.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot one little thing. So when you got to right here, Matt,
Mm.
I love your expression. Like,
How fast can I run, or how far?
Open your sheet and look up. Probably under character. 30 feet.
I run.
But you can also kind of like climb walls.
I know. I was
So
gonna
you see, as you get to the end of that hallway, Matt, like a lot of this section of the building here is already collapsed in and blocking the east-west hallway.
Oh,
Convenient.
Impassable, huh?
Oh, you may be able to dig your way out. It'll just take a little time, like an hour or so.
You got time.
You got time.
Sure.
Okay, sorry, Allie. Go ahead. I keep interrupting you.
That's okay. I took one of the candies, Am I seeing any holes opening up that I can climb towards, or
Unfortunately, not. Well, you see this big hole in the floor. You can go down there with Tim X if you want.
that's all right? I'm gonna try and climb. Dang, I don't know if I go up the ceiling or over the walls.
You could try going over the ceiling where the hole is.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go like over the wall area or around the wall where that hole is.
Okay, I can't remember. What's your climb speed, just so we know?
I thought it was like walking.
Is it the same, or is it separate, different? I just want to make sure we're keeping track of how far you can move.
I have no idea where I even looked for that.
It's in your Malter sheet or your Lamerta sheet.
I think it's like the third drawer down over there.
Should be on your character sheet too.
I have the Lamerta sheet. I have the character sheet. I don't know where to look.
As your normal speed.
My normal speed is so.
Yep, climb speed equal to your normal. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so that means I can go. My normal speed is 30 feet, so I can go.
So you're going to traverse 30 feet across the ceiling?
Well, I was just going to go straight and then go over this wall so
Okay.
I don't have to jump that thing. I was just going to try and go like to the other side of this wall.
Gotcha.
So like
shimmy around the edge there.
Cheat your skill challenge.
Okay, yep. I'm tracking what you're saying. Okay, so go ahead and move. Yeah, you have a climb speed, so you don't have to make a check.
Candy, you're running?
Yeah, I can toss you a candy as I'm running. Cypher, you want one too?
Sure.
She just showers us with candies as she runs.
I like getting bonuses to skill checks.
Okay.
I think that's as far as I can go. So.
Yep. Okay, Ryder.
Oh boy.
So how much damage do we need to do to a wall to bust a hole through it?
All right, so
Probably a lot.
I don't know. These walls are already crumbling.
and I guess I have to jump across, which you said was athletics.
Yes.
Was it athletics or was it acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics? Oh, this is a failure coming.
This is a straight run and jump.
+2.
Oh, yes.
And your DC is a 25.
I was +2.
So you just barely make it.
Woo! 5, 10, 50,
It's a 25.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 5, 10, 20.
How can you move so far? Oh, haste circuit thing?
Yeah.
Haste circuit, yeah. He's both.
Double my speed and I get an extra movement.
Dang.
I'm just clearing the way.
He's like the Roadrunner.
Could you pick me up on your way? I'm sure I can cling to your back.
That's as far as I can go. On
Okay.
Unless I can change my standard into a move also.
You can.
Oh, sweet.
Are you serious? You couldn't just pick me up and sling me over your back?
I
Nice
thought
leaving your pals behind.
I'm pretty little. And I can hold on.
Okay, that's as far as I can go. Don't worry, there's someone else who's going to be pretty close.
I don't know. I think I'm waiting for a hole to open up and climbing out of it. All right, I think you could probably run back in, pick me up, and run out before I had a chance.
All right. So Wesley.
Okay. So you hear the little gears, and then you hear, and you see a grappling hook shoot out of the hole, and Timex pulls himself out.
Okay.
And then I guess we run. We can go
I guess we run.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Twice?
Timex can get there. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and then I can do. We can. Is a dash just double your speed?
No, you're thinking Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, yeah. So what is a
So
dash?
turn
here?
your
Is it
standard
plus-
into another move action is all.
What's that?
Just turn your standard into a move action, so you move your normal move speed again.
Oh, okay. 5, 10.
Yeah, is there the concept of running in Starfinder?
There you go. That's as far as Wesley can go.
There might
Come
be,
on,
but
Max, hurry up!
I think it's straight lines and things like that. So,
Okay.
Okay.
all right, Cipher,
All right.
the farthest in the back.
What kind of action to activate my haste circuit?
Swift.
Swift action?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not gonna stop me from moving or running or anything like that.
Correct.
Still would be worth it, even if it took your standard.
Yeah, probably. What about eating the candy that Newell gave me?
That's a move action to consume the candy.
What's that?
A move action to consume the candy.
Okay.
Did you
Um,
do?
What's
What?
that?
I didn't, but
You said you took the +2, didn't you?
1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Oh, okay.
Here's-
So yeah, you wouldn't gotten it quite as far. So okay.
Well, I remember the extra movement only happens if you took a full attack. I didn't take a full attack, so I don't get the extra movement.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if you ate the candy, is that where?
Oh, eating the candy was a movement.
Was a move action to consume the candy. Yeah.
There.
Okay. I am not going to consume the candy just yet. I'm gonna hang on to that.
Okay.
So swift action to activate the jump jets,
Okay.
or pardon me, to activate the haste circuit. Let's see.
Left over the hole
Yeah.
What's that?
and
Yeah,
jump.
I'm just gonna jump jet my way. Just gonna turn on the jump jets
Okay.
and let's see. My speed is 40 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So there's one move action. And that was all with jump jets. I just jumped clean over the hole.
Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And is Switch like warning us not to head down that hallway? Because it's blocked, or
He didn't say anything.
or do
I'm
I?
pointing to go the other way.
Okay. 30, 35, 40. So
All right.
that's so the haste circuit let me move and then move again, right?
Correct.
No. The haste circuit doubled your speed, your movement, and your standard got converted to a movement. You don't get the extra movement unless you did a full attack.
Oh, okay. So pretty much that's all I can move then.
Yeah. Right now you're just getting the benefit of the double speed. That's what
Okay.
I had mistaken.
All right. So that
All
is the end of the first round. So, using the initiative tracker as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
More holes open up.
2. So, Newell,
Yes.
a large chunk of the ceiling breaks loose and falls down on top of you. I need you to make a reflex save.
Okay.
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 Are you +2 on this?
I don't know how many things
Did you
that
eat-
candy counts for. Where I did ate the
That's
candy.
fair.
You ate your candy.
And you failed the check.
Oh my gosh. She rolled awesome on it.
A large chunk of the ceiling falls down on top of you, causing 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are partially buried in the rock.
Does she get a +2 on that from her candy?
Not to the reflex save, no.
Okay.
So I need to take this 20 down by 20.
Yes. And you're partially buried. No.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not buried. I'm sorry, you're not buried, but you do get hit by the rocks and take 20 points of damage.
20 points. Okay.
Is it
And
three
it
now?
is
That's right.
Switch's turn.
Alright. One.
And where the
three,
stuff fell, that's difficult terrain now, Allie.
four. Oh.
I can climb it.
Oh, it is difficult terrain.
Yep.
It's
Well,
not
now-
totally blocking
No,
terrain.
no. That was to Allie.
Oh,
What fell on her is difficult terrain. No, what's blocking that hallway is just straight blocking the hallway.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, that's double move.
All right. Newell.
As
So-
fast as my little android legs will carry me.
With my climbing, does the difficult terrain affect my speed or?
Yep, it still does. Unless you were on the ceiling, but yeah, it still does.
So then I just climb around the walls and go past it, or
You can do that, yeah.
is it faster?
Difficult terrain makes it like double. So going right there would be 10 movement instead of 5. And then you're over it.
So it's not faster to go around, really.
No.
Okay, so if I can go 30 feet, then, and you're saying
That's
that's
5,
like,
10,
that's 10.
right? Instead of 5.
So then 20. This is 30,
Right.
40.
40.
Oh, wait, so I can go
That's
that
right.
twice, right? So I can go,
You're only 30 speed. So
right. You said I could go it twice?
Yes.
So
So
I can go
that's 10.
60, so that's
Yep,
40,
So you have 20 more.
50, 60, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Good job.
right, that's where I am.
All right, Ryder.
Okay. Don't you know? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That was one movement. And then that again.
Seriously, why did I not climb on your back? I forgot.
Okay, that's as far as I can go.
Wait, stop. That's as far as you can go. So when you get there, you find the door is actually closed, and you hit it because it was unlocked before, and it is stuck.
It's stuck now.
Yep.
All right, so I still have 10 movement.
Yep.
All right, so I go. Switch. Need that universal key. To get out of his way.
Okay. Wesley.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10. I'm going to stop there, I guess, because you're telling me the door is closed.
Well, I yelled out, "Switch! We need that universal key."
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 21, 30. So right there.
All right, Cypher.
All right. Let's see what to do.
It gets to me.
Something tells me Timex fell through the only exit out of this door. Should have just looked around. Probably a tunnel that led out.
Out the bottom of the earth moat, but
Ah,
There's a way out down here.
You don't hold on and call the guys back on the thing. Put the ship below the.
20.
Yeah, hold the mode up.
No.
No, dude, totally do a Cloud City thing. Land on.
Can I get right here? Can I whip out my?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is a family game.
When I get right there, can
Or
I pull out
cheek.
my grenade launcher and fire a grenade at the door?
Yeah.
And get Wesley.
What's that?
No.
And get Wesley.
Well, how big of an
I
explosion
can probably open it.
make? That's what I'm wondering.
But what if it causes it to collapse?
Yeah,
That
I mean,
the
might
whole
as well-
building.
Wait,
is-
Wait, hold on.
collapsing.
This isn't decision by committee. I think only one of you can even see him right now to know he's doing it.
That's me going. Cyber.
Well, but I can see Ryder and Wesley. Do I know that if I hit the door with the grenade, that it will hit Ryder and Wesley also?
Oh yeah, they're both within the blast radius of the grenade. Yeah.
Okay, because I have shock grenades, and I have I thought I had regular like explosive grenades too. I have cold iron frag grenades. I have screamer grenades, and I have shock grenades. None of those will open the door without also hurting Wesley and Switch, correct?
Yeah, I believe at the level that you built, no, they would both be within the blast radius.
They got stamina to burn.
20-foot radius, yeah. No, I wouldn't do anything to hit them, but if I thought I could blow the door open, I would definitely try that. But I don't have
yelled out.
description.
I
I don't have
guess
description
give
for the
us
shock grenade or the cold iron.
a reflex save or something to dodge the.
You can do a reflex for half damage.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do it if I thought I was gonna hit them.
Yeah, that you immediately recognize they're close quarters. They would be within the blast. So.
Okay. In that case, I'll just stay back where I am and wait for Switch to open the door.
All right. So we are in round 3 now. All right. So first things first.
Don't roll a 2.
You hear a cracking sound.
I'm gonna stand in the doorway.
Jump under the table.
Whoa.
That's a big crack.
It's a good thing you weren't over there.
This entire section of the building collapses in on itself.
Guess we're not going out that way.
Or do we?
Yeah, hey, it's pretty open.
4, Wesley.
Son of a bitch.
Some bitch.
If only we knew that side of the building actually collapsed, I'd go back.
All right. Give me a reflex save for half.
Right.
No, not curse words.
Son
All
of a
right. You do succeed. So you take half damage. You take 6 points of damage.
Those reflex saves are damn near impossible.
Yep, they are tough. All right. And then it is Switch's
Do I
turn.
have to touch the door? Or
We gotta get out of here, Switch.
Medium,
10.
so no, you've got plenty of space. It can affect a target that's up to 12 square feet.
okay, so I could cast it
Or
as soon as I
10.
can see it, pretty much.
Yes.
But
All
10,
right. So what are you doing, Matt?
20.
All right, so this
Sorry.
is what's this gonna take? Athletics
A
or
strength check to
strength?
try and unbudge the door.
We'll just
It's like
attack it with his sword.
universal key.
I don't know if that'll work in this point. At this point,
Yeah, it's not.
it worked against the mold, but I think the door is blocked at this point, and I don't think I got enough time to hack through the door.
I don't know. Ask the DM.
Yeah, that's what he's there for.
To guide us and gently push the story.
Mm-hmm.
To kill all of our characters
Right.
in a collapsing building.
I think it's convenient how all the windows are inaccessible.
Yeah, I noticed that too when I read this.
I think it's kind of
Well.
fun, you know.
Let's try the strength check, I guess.
Okay. Not enough. So you smash into the door, you put your shoulder into it, and it doesn't even move.
Attacking the door wasn't going to do it anyway.
I attack the door.
5.
When I see
1, 2,
when I
3.
see Switch try to bust the door open and I see
see.
that it doesn't work,
I say Cypher, blow it.
I was gonna say I tell everybody get out of the way.
No, I have a spell that might work.
Well, get over there by Cypher and try it.
I'm coming. I'm next. Are you done with your turn?
Yeah,
I yell
I'm
at
done now.
everybody to get out of the way.
Yep, New Will is up.
Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so 60. So I'm going to try knock.
That was all your moves. Your move and your action.
Oh, well, then I can't.
Nope.
Never mind.
Okay, but you can try and do it next round if it hasn't been busted down by then.
Because I'd have to see it, right?
Yeah, you have to see it to cast it.
Okay,
But
so I can't.
You're in Cypher's 20-foot radius of the door.
Get behind Cypher.
Okie doke. I will stay back there then.
Damn you guys.
Damn you, communication people. I mean, at least Switch stayed within the blast radius.
I got damage resistance. I'll take it.
All right, I back up. And is there readied actions in this?
I mean, yeah, you can set up a ready action. So
All right, so for my standard, I'll ready an action that if the door is no longer an obstacle, that I will run.
okay.
If there is a clear path, I will run through it.
All right,
You are-
Wesley.
All right, what? How far do I need to get back?
Get at least 20 feet away from the door.
All right, there.
So about 10 or 15 partitions.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, okay.
Make
Yeah.
sure you're about 10 Narfblats away.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I guess I'll do the same. I'll ready an action in case that thing blows up.
Okay.
I'll
you can
take
do
off. Same with Timex. I'll just hold
Cypher.
and run.
Oh, we have to go through another round.
All right. As everybody backs away from the door, I pull my.
Yeah.
As everybody backs away from the door, I pull my Merc NIL grenade launcher off my back, and
Clear! Thump.
drop a screamer grenade into it, and a Mark II screamer grenade into it.
Does that thing got an exhaust on it? Because Ryder's gonna eat some fumes here.
I don't know. You built it.
Yeah, I wouldn't stand behind it.
All right, go ahead and give me your attack roll.
All right. Can anybody give me advantage or anything on this?
Advantage. That's cute.
No, but when it fires off, it's pretty cool because it makes us.
This isn't a full attack, is it?
No.
No.
You have to hit a DC 5.
Yeah, just don't roll a 1, basically. Okay, so yeah, you hit exactly where you want.
The damage isn't very good,
Electricity.
though.
Yeah, so the grenade you had loaded was just one of your lowest level electricity
Oh,
grenades.
that was my shock grenade. Yeah. I
So
had a
yeah, that
shock
hits. It goes off. Electricity. It doesn't
Well,
even.
I meant to use my screamer grenade, which was 2d10 Sonic. Can I just roll 2d10?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That because I said that. I said I was using my screamer.
It's
Okay.
true. I gave you the sound effect.
Well, technically, since I built it, it actually when he clicks on it,
Not
it
much
goes
better.
star, and then when the rocket shoots out, it goes crusher.
Unfortunately, that grenade is not strong enough. As it goes off, it does not do any damage to the door.
Ooh.
Jeez, Pete. I don't think I have any stronger grenades than that.
It is a crusher device.
Artisanal. Yeah, that is a crusher artisanal weapon. Doesn't it get some extra damage?
I think what's funny is that as a screamer grenade, when it was launched, all you hear were a bunch of like women screaming like, "Oh, Wesley!"
All right,
No, but that's
1d5
really yeah.
for rubble falling, and it falls on Cypher and the two allies right next to him.
Ooh,
Ah.
that sucks.
So I need all of you to make a reflex save.
It fell on who? You?
You, me, and Cypher.
Really?
Yep.
Let's see.
We could say we failed.
Reflex save.
I was trying to look at my grenade.
21 is a success.
I lost the reflex.
So those who succeed take 9 points of damage.
Where is it?
So we got 2 successes so far.
Is that's off of stamina? That's not off of
correct? Stamina
hit
first.
points, right?
18's a success.
18. No, 18 is not a success. 19 is a success.
Ouch.
So Newell and Cypher take 9. And I'm sorry, 8. Take 8, and Ryder takes 17. And Switch, it is your turn.
Well, I tried. See if you
Oh.
can do something.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I have a frag grenade too, and I have that spell, but
Yeah, if anything, try the spell.
well, that's my first.
Go to.
Yep, you easily slash into the door, but unfortunately, rolling so low on the damage, you don't hurt the door. You scratch the steel exterior. You put a little interesting design on it with your bone blade.
Best for Switch,
Alright.
like Zora with curve.
You guys, stop trying to push on the door and just pull it open.
Yeah, it says. Oh.
No.
Okay, so I have this knock spell, and it says if I can make it do that, that it'll do. It opens doors that are barred, computer sealed. I can't make it go down.
Like-
Locked or stuck, as well as those subject to hold portal or security seal.
So in other words, you're just like, open says me.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
I'm hoping for.
so the knock spell. All right, let me double check it real quick.
Click on it so you can read it.
This one.
Yep, that'll do the trick.
Look at you, Miss.
I
I've got
may
the
be
spells
well, but
for
hold
everything.
on.
I've got the spells for everything, and y'all bitches gonna wait for me anyway.
Yeah. So Newell steps
Leave
out.
him without Newell.
She steps around the corner.
Hold my beer.
So you see like a ray that looks like it has digital circuits through it, goes shooting out of her hand and slams into the door and just unsticks the steel door and slams it open.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Okay, so I can run now, right?
Yeah, you can run now.
Okay.
Wait, no, the door's open.
The door is open.
My
Ryder.
Oh, okay. So yeah, anyone who had a ready action, go ahead and move.
Bravely pushes Newell out of the way.
I'll make sure it's safe for you.
Hey, you took my
All right.
beer.
Yeah, Ryder first.
He took my beer.
Bravely runs Sir Robin. Sir Robin runs away.
He took my beer.
As far as I can get.
I just saw your message, Mike.
Yeah, I'll tell everyone here when we get to the end. All right, Ryder, your turn.
He calmly just steps out the front door.
Yeah, I'm like, whew, okay.
Quick, the moat's gonna fall apart. It's like, oh, somebody call
Ryder to the Raza. Ryder to the Raza. Can you copy?
whoever's driving the boat. Get it over here.
This island is falling apart. Please make your way down here.
20.
And Wesley is next.
It's a shame that we have to leave Switch behind now that he's been infected by that mold creature.
Yeah, we gotta find some way to
We can't risk bringing him on the ship and bringing that mold on the ship.
Nah, see, that's the thing about the life bubble. It keeps things in too. So if I can keep the life bubble,
7 days.
It's like a Ziploc bag.
Why don't we,
7 days to clean them out
why
somehow.
don't we just air him out into space?
I don't know. Yeah, bake it in
He
an
can
oven.
die, right?
Because the spores could last centuries. Did you not hear Newell recount this?
That's all right. I can experiment in the lab for a while until I can find something that'll kill it.
All right,
Keep the life bubble on him till then.
Cypher is next.
You have inject nanobots, right?
Yeah.
Haste circuit's still active. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
All right, Switch. Oh wait, we're back to the. Wait, don't move anywhere, Switch.
I was gonna say, is there only 2 of us? Like, are you still rolling 6?
I'm rolling 1d2 because there's 2 of you left in the building. And
Nah, that's not
No,
cool.
no, wait.
Not cool.
Wait. Just a little question. Now, we took our readied actions, but Newell still had a movement.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so go ahead and do your movement.
10, 20, 30, 40.
No, you used an action.
Oh, you're right.
So you
Sorry.
can go 30.
10,
30.
20, 30.
Go. So now, no matter what, he hits both of you, so it doesn't matter.
I'm kind of in a doorway. Aren't doorways supposed to be safer? Yeah, right. He hits us no matter what. Still there.
So give me a reflex save.
You got this. I mean, you have to roll ridiculously high, but you got this.
I mean,
Switch
you probably
fails,
don't have this, but
and
you got
Newell, you both take the full 14 points of damage.
Look at that. Hasn't even touched your hit points
I was
yet.
gonna say, well, it's the 1 hit point wonders, right?
Okay, so now we are on Switch's turn.
Yeah, I took 7 points.
Because he has resistance. He has DR for bludgeoning.
Wow, we're a bunch of gentlemen. Waiting on the girl to come out of a collapsing building.
First, I had to open the door for you, and then you wouldn't.
It's just payback for all the times I've opened the door for you.
Uh-huh.
All right, Allie, your turn.
You could pick
Hey,
me up and let
we're
me.
all feminists. She's equal. We're not treating her
30.
like an inferior. You know.
She got herself into this.
And
she can get herself
So
out.
as
Not all-
Newell comes running out of the building, just as she gets right about there, the rest of the building collapses behind and on top of her. And I need you to. You're the last one out. I need you to make a reflex save.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you're not.
See, I think it's more like Newell does like the slow walk out of the building as it explodes behind her.
Okay, you succeeded on that check, so you take half of this damage.
What?
So you only take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as the wall and door collapse around you as you go rolling out the front door.
You were a bad one to be last, because that very easily could have killed you.
That
Yeah.
that could have been up to 48 points of damage.
That would have killed me.
Killed you?
Not killed.
Dead.
She doesn't have a lot of hit points, and she already got the
I was down
rubble
to,
on her 3 times.
I was down to 1
You're
stamina,
down to
and I have 37 total hit points.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's like because she's a Lamerta. They don't have high. And that was with.
I don't have very many hit points more than that. I mean, I've only got 44.
Yeah, I've only got
That's
48.
significantly more.
Then 37? That's
Yeah,
that's like
maybe
7
one.
more hit points.
Yeah, not too many more.
yeah,
But you
but-
survived. So the building collapsed, but you all managed to get out successfully. We almost lost Timex.
that's
Almost lost Newell.
No,
Yes. Oh no, you didn't take the
I
full
took
amount.
half.
Yeah, you took half.
I would like to think though, if we'd lost Newell and Timex, that Wesley would have built a new drone that resembled Newell.
Oh yeah,
Timex would have
with
totally.
4 arms.
Somehow that doesn't make me feel better.
And on that note, we are going to end this week's session.
Ooh, can we at least take a 10-minute rest on the ship first?
Yeah. So yeah, you've got the code. That is good for 1 day. And you'll be the last ones using the code because there's no recovering now that the building's crushed.
Oh boy. Explain that one to Hoyfeq.
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 He's not the chief anymore.
Explain that one to Tizael.
Good job, guys.
Whew, you're lucky. But you